Let's go. Let's go. I got these niggas stressed. It's crazy that I got y'all stressed like this. That shit is insane. Y'all are stressed. Hey, you going down bad. It's sad. I'm sorry that you looking bad this way, but it is what it is. Oh my goodness. Crazy. Crazy. Yo, it is crazy. I don't know what's wrong with them. Hey, I be trying to I really be trying not to really. I really be doing my best, but it is what it is. Oh, why did they get so? Why did they get their panties such in a bunch? I don't know why. I don't really understand why, but it is what it is. And so, we just move on to our shit. So um I said, let me finish setting up everything. And it's I'm gonna drop the link. See if y'all want to let me drop the link. That shit is crazy. That was wild. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Wild. Just absolutely insane. So the sad part about it, they don't realize how they look. They don't realize how horrible they look by not answering questions, being weak, crying, and they accuse you of doing the same thing. Let me shout out to Black Hawk. He said, I told you they cannot handle Diva in Brownsville. Token Kimpo, they wasn't playing my face. The problem is they don't understand that I don't have to really do much. I just let them talk. And so people can see who they are. They try to act like it's me, but it ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can see what you align with, what you're trying to prove, how you trying to make me look a certain way, how you trying to paint certain narratives. Everybody can see, even the ones that is agreeing with him on his channel, they see that he's full of it. He don't even realize that they don't even really rock with him like that. He don't even realize it. That's the scary part about it. Let me welcome somebody into the show. Hold on. Good day, Cuzzo. How you doing?
Yo, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, man. First and foremost, you know what I gotta do. Let me take my shoes off before I walk into your room, Cuzzo. Peace and love to all the beautiful queens out there, man. I see y'all. Y'all keep shining bright. You know what I'm saying? I seen the Supreme Goddess PH Diva. I see she's back. Peace and love to you. Peace and love to the voice of Venus. Peace and love to Victorious One, Dawn, Keisha G. Shiesty Bum, Robin M, obviously the first lady of SBG, Anya Bracy, Natasha Vincent, Karen. Like, I see all the queens out there, man. I ain't forget about y'all. Every time I hit this platform on my cousin's show, I'm always going to shout y'all up, give y'all flowers, and give y'all the respect that these other knuckleheads, these no good suckers, they ain't willing to give y'all, man. But I'm gonna always do it. But Cuzzo, you see, Matthew 7:15 says, beware false prophets, teachers who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they're raven wolves. That's what we just witnessed just now.
Yeah.
A false prophet, a false teacher, a hypocrite who tries to come and slither into people's life as a sheep, as somebody who's gentle, as somebody who's fair, as somebody who's balanced, as somebody who cares about the community. But then as soon as you hold their feet to the fire of their own principles, You hold their feet to the fire of their own words. You hold their feet to the fire of what they say they got a problem with, then they can't stand on it. And it's sad. It's sad because I don't have nothing personal against that brother. Like I told him to his face, I wish him nothing but the best. I wish him nothing but success. And I wish for him to have a full recovery of what he went through, right? I wasn't saying that in a false or fictitious way. I really mean that, right? When it was his birthday, I sent him super chats. I'm sure people here was on the super chat probably saying to say, why Brownsville sending them super chats? Because obviously we weren't seeing eye to eye at that time. But what I've constantly said is I don't hold no personal animus toward any of these brothers. I wish them the best. I just want them to turn from their wicked ways, right? I want them to turn back to what is right, to proper decorum, to proper principles, to really get beyond their arrested development, right? And really start looking out for the community. The first thing that made me kind of laugh, because I was just, I'm in a car, I'm riding. I don't really got much longer, but I was listening. And I heard him say something funny. What Izrimillz said, he said, hey, when I highlight the people in my chat, right? I'm doing that to show them I care about them. And then in return, they're going to later send me super chats, right? That's what that man said. And I thought it was funny because I'm like, wow, you got to play and you exposing your play to your audience and to the world. That when you highlight people's chats for free, you're doing it with an ulterior motive.
Right.
So that you can grift off of them later.
Whew.
I just thought that was, very, very, very funny, right? That's why I sent the super chat originally, right? And then we all heard and seen what he said and what he did after you read my super chat, right? What he said was, hey, Brownsville is a pseudo-intellectual. Brownsville is uneducated. He doesn't even know how to spell ulterior, right? And he was saying that with conviction. He really believed that. He really thought he was correct. He really thought that I misspelled and I was autocorrect and all this different kind of stuff, right? This is all the stuff he was trying to say. And then I'm like, man, come on. This brother can't be that stupid. That's what I said. This brother can't be that stupid. And then people in the chat tried to tell him, no, listen, Brownsville spelled it right. And then he still
double down.
Still was like, no, I know how to spell ulterior. He didn't spell it correctly, right? So that was the first lie, right? So even before I hit the panel, cuz he lied, right? Yeah. And then he's trying to question you and hold your feet to the fire for saying that you lied.
Right.
But he lied right off the bat. And then he pushed the narrative, tried to move the goalposts again and say, well, no, I just said that to bait him into a conversation so that I could address him directly and tell him how I felt, right? I guess, in his words, he was speaking about me yesterday and I wasn't there, right? Now, this wouldn't be the first time, right? Because we know this is what happens on these platforms. Many of these rim brothers, no good suckers, these red pill, incel, manosphere men, they get on their platforms, they get on YouTube, and they want to have egregious things to say about Brownsville when Brownsville's not there. They want to say and throw their pot shots, this and that, because for some reason they see me as a threat. I don't know why I'm a threat to their existence, but that's how they view me, right? So it invokes a certain type of fear in them, which causes them to spew my name when I'm not even thinking about them, right? So, I know that that's what happens, and it doesn't really bother me. It's just sad, and I really want these brothers to get delivered from the dysfunction that they're living in right now, because we can tell the conversation didn't move and didn't go nowhere between me and him, because one, he was evading direct questions. I asked him a direct question because he made a claim. He said, listen, on my show, I don't allow people to come at people's family members and their wives and their children are off limits. This is what he said, right?
That's what he said.
And then I said, hey, wait a minute. I know that ain't true because I've seen and heard you allow it.
Right.
Right? And he wasn't willing to accept the truth. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't willing to accept the truth. And then all he wanted to do was try to move the narrative away from him accepting accountability.
Right.
That yes, maybe I'm the person that I'm accusing Sharon of. Maybe I'm looking at the mirror at myself.
Woo.
But what I see in the mirror, I want to push off on Sharon.
Mm.
And you know how I know that's true, Cuzzo?
How's that?
Because he said, well, Sharon, you and your cousin, y'all say y'all the standard of masculinity and y'all have all this honor and integrity and y'all put yourselves above all the men.
Right.
We never did that.
Never.
Never once can anybody find a stream where I said I'm better than all men.
Right.
Where I said I'm more masculine than all men.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What I have done is say accurately that these men are speaking in a feminine way.
Woo.
What I have said and have accurately depicted how these men are talking to and about women is not masculine.
Right.
Because masculine men don't push women down. We lift women up. Masculine men aren't going to the internet or aren't going out into the world to compete with women, to compare themselves with women, right? We go out in the world to compete with men, to compare ourselves with men because we're men. Never once, Cuzzo, did I ever go to a basketball court looking for a woman to compete with. Never once did I ever go to a football field looking for a woman to compete with.
Right.
Never once did I ever go into a weight room looking for a woman to compete with. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to these conversations and we're talking about man code, we're talking about manhood, we're talking about how men could improve and help society be pushed forward, we should not be criticizing our woman in those conversations, right? Because it is not our woman's fault that men have put themselves in a vulnerable position in life, right? To where all of these other demonic things are creeping up to the forefront. It's not women's fault. It's men's fault. Men, back, and you can go all the way back to the 60s, 70s, however you want to go back, you'll find that men decided to walk away from faith.
Damn.
That men have decided to walk away from getting further education.
Damn.
That men have decided to walk away from righteousness, right? But yet, instead of men taking accountability and say, you know what? We have done that. We have walked away from faith. We have walked away from righteousness. We have stopped putting education to the forefront so that we can push our community forward, right? Instead of us acknowledging, yes, we allow ourselves to be put in a position to be pushed out of the home, right? And the woman having to step up to be the mother and the father, right? Men, no, we don't want to do that. No, what we want to do, oh, well, if the woman didn't do X, Y, Z, then the men, no. That's not masculine. Right? Stop blaming the woman and realize that the woman is only doing what is required of her to push the community forward because men decided to put the mantle down. Right? Because if you was a man and you was in a position to where the government could tell you to leave your house, then that means you never had control of your house.
Woo!
You was never a leader.
Bar.
And I need men to be willing to accept more roles of leadership. Don't be a follower. That's what the red pill is all about. It's all about following a toxic doctrine, right? That's trying to indoctrinate men to go against women and become lovers of men. That's what that red pill doctrine is about.
Yeah.
The incel doctrine, right? They're trying to indoctrinate men to leave women altogether, right? And become a dangerous type of degenerate, right? That's willing to go and, you know, create some sinister things. We see it just the other day, right? Where the dude went up to the school and did what he did.
Correct.
An incel, right? What I'm saying is this. When you get involved in that type of activity, right? The LGBT is not far from that.
Damn.
So they're going to add the R to the LGBT. They're going to add the I to the LGBT. And they're going to add the M, the manosphere. That's going to be the last letter that's going to be added. But the manosphere will be added to the LGBT very soon, because they're moving in a way that goes against the principles of manhood. They're moving in a way that goes against the principles of leadership, right? Listen, I heard them in Izrimillz. Listen, my brother, you need to really, really do some self-reflection. Really, really seek inside yourself and heal the brokenness within you. Because I know you went through some traumatic experiences not too long ago. Even though you're trying to deny it, oh no, I left. She didn't put me out. I left, right? A man doesn't leave his home.
Right.
A man can't get pushed out of his home. Right? We take charge of the situation and we lead our family forward. We don't separate. We don't divide. That ain't what men do.
Right.
So however the situation happened, my brother, it happened. And you exposed it to the world. Nobody came on the internet said this about you. You said it. You said, well, hey, I got exposed to the world. I'm no longer Izrimillz. You told the world, my brother, that your money was getting short. You went all through the month. Oh, in March, I had this. And then April, my Cash App got taken away. And then June, I didn't have this. And July, I didn't have this. So I had to go to my significant other, because you wasn't even man enough to marry her. Wasn't even man enough to make her an honest woman. You had to go to her for financial support.
Right.
I'm not saying this about you, my brother. This is what you said about you.
Right.
So don't get upset when I'm just repeating the narratives that you pushed about yourself.
Right.
You can't get upset and say, well, Brownsville talking about me. Brownsville talking about my life. Brownsville talking about my family. No, Brownsville's talking about what you talked about.
Right.
You talked about this, my brother. So take some accountability for your own failures. It ain't my fault that you went through what you went through. That's why I tried to help you. That's why I tried to send you super chats. That's why I sent you some scriptures. Say, hey, man, I wish you know, prosperity. I wish you'd get through healing, get through this situation, deliverance, and all of those things. I want your family to be healed, not broken.
Right.
This is what I said, right? But you constantly come on the internet, and I heard you even today degrade women, talk about how you put something in somebody's mother and all this different kind of crazy talk you were saying. Come on, man. Why are you talking and speaking like a degenerate? You don't even know this woman you talking to. Right. You don't know her mother and you don't know her. But you let her comments, you let her words pierce your soul that much that you decided to step out of manhood and totally disrespect her as a woman and her mother.
Right.
That's crazy, right? But everybody wants to say, well, it's Brownsville's fault, right? It's my fault that I'm just calling the egregious energy, the egregious activity out, right? And then instead of wanting to have a fear back and forth conversation with me, because that's what I was attempting to do. Everybody's seen it, right? I was attempting to just have a conversation with him, right? Just chop it up. I was hearing and listening intently to what he had to say. I had a smile on my face because I thought that a lot of the stuff he was saying was childish. I thought a lot of the stuff that he was saying was uneducated. I thought a lot of the stuff that he was saying was unprofessional. And I thought that a lot of the stuff he was saying was not masculine. That's why I was smiling. That's why I was laughing, right? Because I don't do all that tough talking. I don't do all that profanity. I don't do all of that, you know, yelling and screaming and this and that. I'm willing to have a conversation with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what you're not going to do is say things that is inaccurate, and then you don't want any pushback. That's the problem with these dudes. They know when they have a conversation with me, we're going to be speaking along the lines of accountability. I'm going to listen to what you say, and then I'm going to have something else to say that you need to listen to. They want me to listen, but they're not willing to listen to me.
Right. That's the problem.
So, you know, Cuzzo, listen, man, you continue doing what you're doing. And I understand, you know, the YouTube world, you gotta have these, you know, productive conversations with these other people. I get it. These other characters, I get it. Right? However, you can't allow them to push false narratives on you and not push back. Right? That's what I don't want you to do. I want you to push back and say, hey, wait a minute. Right? Okay, you want to call me out for this? But how about all these other things that I didn't even call you out for? I let you rock with it. I let you lean with it and rock with it. But as soon as I have a mishap, maybe I forgot something I said or whatever happened with you.
Right.
You want to call it out and make it a big thing under the guise of, well, you hold yourself to a higher level of masculinity and you put yourself above all men, which we never did. But see, here's the issue, Cuzzo, right? They listen to these conversations, they hear us speak, and then they project their own insecurities on us, right? So when they look at us, they say, well, these men are higher than us.
Yes.
These men are more masculine than us. These men are more intelligent than us. These men are more educated than us, right? These men are more successful than us. That's what they are saying. That's what they're projecting, right? So when they hear us speak, they put us on this high pedestal, this high plateau that they say we put ourselves on. No, listen, I'm no better than anybody else. But one thing is clear, I'm a man. One thing is clear, I'm a husband. One thing is clear, I'm a father. And one thing is clear, I am successful in terms of my career, right? I've been to war twice. That's why I'm representing the first Cav right now. That's who I went to war with. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game for me. I lost battle buddies and friends in the war, right? So it's serious with me. And when other men come and they're claiming that they've been in the military, they claiming they've been in war and they lying, that you know bothers me. It does. Because you're stealing honor from other people who actually really did it, who were willing to put themselves in harm's way for the benefit of the country. So I never have claimed to be something that I'm not. I am who I am. And I'm going to stand on each and everything that I say. No, I don't have a YouTube channel because I don't desire to have a YouTube channel. And honestly, my life is too busy. I just said I'm a married man. I'm a father. And there's not enough time in a day for me to put all of my productive energy into my family, into my business, and into the people I'm mentoring, and then coming on YouTube arguing with knuckleheads. That is the least of my concerns.
Right.
So that's why I don't come on YouTube as much. I don't have a channel and all that. What I post vacations for the most part. Because, you know, I'm always on vacation. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that if you work hard, then you should play hard. You know what I'm saying? If you made a whole bunch of sacrifices, then you should, you know, go out and see the world and live in the fulfillment of your success. This is what I believe in. I'm no different than anybody else, but I'm not willing to compromise my integrity for nobody. I'm not willing to compromise my manhood for anybody. So I'm never going to come on the internet and use profanity. I'm never going to come on the internet and argue with women. I'm never going to come on the internet and put no woman down. None of that kind of stuff. But what I will do is look you in the eye and tell you, listen, what I need you to do is remove lust and degeneracy from the top of your value system and replace it with God. Add some honor, integrity, self-reflection, discipline, and a hard work ethic in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Add some empathy, add some sympathy, add some love, add some patience, right? And stop being so selfish and be more selfless.
Ooh.
Because that's what's going to make you the man that other people can aspire to be. That's what's going to make you to be a good husband or a good significant other to a woman. That's what's going to make you be a good father or a good mentor to young people. That's what's going to make you be a good boss at your job or a good follower at your job, whichever one you're going to be. Because if you start off being a follower and you put those different principles in place, you ain't going to be a follower for long. You're going to be looked at as a leader, and you're going to be put in a position, promoted to be a leader. This is where it's at, man. So, you know, I'm willing to have a conversation with anybody, cuzzo. I don't got no issues. Anybody in the back, anybody got a problem with anything I have to say?
It's somebody back there. All right. Welcome to the show. Shiesty, Ashton. Good day, sir. What's going on with you?
Damn, Brownsville, where you been at?
Man, you know, I've been busy, man. You know, I've been busy. I've been, you know, taking care of my family, taking care of my career, taking care of my, you know, my people that I'm mentoring. You know, I've been going on vacations a lot, going out, seeing the world, spend quality time with family. You know, that's what I've been up to, man. It ain't been too much, man. What you been up to, Ashton?
You know, chilling like a villain. I ain't seen you in a while. God damn.
Yeah, man.
You seen the smoke show last night? You talking spicy.
No, who, me? No, I ain't seen it. I was doing my own show.
No, Fatty. You talking about, oh, yeah, he got a little spicy last night.
Oh, no, I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
Who got spicy? What you talking about?
Fatty, he brought up DJ with Dr. Sharon. Them talking about how y'all copy his style, doing super panels and shit. Y'all want to be like him? I just had to come up here and see. Did y'all hear that shit?
Who said that?
He said
Fatty.
Fatty.
Oh, Fatty? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, me neither. He said we copying him. That's hilarious.
Yeah, he said y'all copy his style. Y'all want to be like him since he went corporate. I was like, damn.
What you think about that? Do you think that we copying his style?
Y'all did kind of come together and out of nowhere.
So he's the originator of panels. We don't pay people to get on our panel.
Oh, well, now you add that part. Nah, you right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't go search for a celebrity panelist to say, oh, I'm popping. You act like those people come there because you doing such a good show. Stop it. They come there because you put money in their pocket, which is okay. Hey, it is what it is. But don't try to act like we copy your style when people have been doing panels for years.
I just had to come check and see. Did y'all hear that? I was like, woo.
You know what I'm saying? That's insane for somebody to say. This was wrong with a lot of these men, bro. It's like they don't know how to just be themselves. They got to say ain't nobody doing nothing to you. Nobody pay attention to you. Nobody's watching you. None of that shit. You doing your thing. I'm doing my own thing. I wish you nothing but the best. Hey, your business is popping off and you got the money to back up your views, your audience, your panelists, whatever it is that you need to do. Shout out to that. That's what's up. I don't got no problem with you. I don't care. I really don't care. Welcome to the show. Good day, Supreme Goddess PH Diva.
How y'all doing? Hey, Brownsville.
Good evening, PH Diva.
What's up,
I miss you, PH Diva.
Yeah, I think he just got a
Oh,
phone
you
call.
did. Oh, thank you. Where you been, Ashton?
You know, I've been on my side doing my own little thing.
Okay, how's it going?
It's going all right for the most part.
Good.
Why I be doing this to myself, Diva? Why?
You do not learn.
I still feel the shells. I still feel the burn of the shells and still won't learn.
The slugs in your body.
I be thinking like, hey, I be thinking that they smarten up. I be thinking that they got a little bit brighter, but no, it seems like no matter how much I whoop their ass and let them know that, hey, what you're doing is not logical. It doesn't make sense. It's not a good look for you. They just don't seem to understand. It's weird. I don't know.
Stop going over. You know them people don't like you.
I kind of do like bothering them because I know they don't like me. I know my presence make their blood boil. That should make me happy. Every time I see them mad and upset, make me happy. Put a smile on my damn face. Every time I see one of those Rimbos crying, oh man, I feel good. I know I'm doing my job. I know when I'm doing my job when I see them start screaming and yelling for no reason.
Crazy.
Oh, how's your day so far?
Very busy.
Damn, on a Sunday.
On a Sunday, I'm supposed to be heading to a Labor Day cookout, but I'm not even gonna make that because I'm still doing what I'm doing. So
that's a good thing. Being busy usually means good things.
Yeah, getting it together. So,
but I don't even understand why they keep trying to attempt to make me some kind of liar. I don't even understand. And I've been trying to be. You know what's crazy about it, Diva? They be saying that I'm not humble, but I really am humble. Because I really don't be shitting on them the way how I can really shit on them. They don't even know I'll be really keeping it humble on the low.
Well, stop being humble so they'll know the difference.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to chill. I'll really be just trying to have a little jokey joke. I don't want to tell the truth about what they really are. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it is what it is. If I don't come over there, there's no motion, bro.
Well, apparently, if y'all don't come over there, they still be talking about you. So I guess it don't make a difference either way.
Nah, Black Hawk, I ain't looking for those friends. I don't think they my friends at all. Like, so I'm not looking for those friends at all. But I do I don't mind having a conversation. It's just that they don't understand who is who. And that's sad for men to not understand what their position is in life. That's kind of sad.
That was the Cajun dude. That was the dude who came over here that time and we fired his ass up.
Yeah. Talking about women walking off cliffs.
Right, at 4 a.m. Oh, look slow. I wonder if he stayed on his diet and exercise regimen.
I doubt it. It don't look so.
He had passed out or something, job.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what they really be. I hope so. I hope he is, but it don't look so. It look like he's still
Fat and bloated.
Yeah. Yeah, he still look the same. Like he's still smoking cigarettes and shit.
Damn, occasion.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's still like he's still doing the same old thing. Ashley, what you been up to though?
You know, I just been streaming and working, goddamn, on my side of YouTube.
All right.
So you still do it with I think it was 2 ladies you were doing it with, right?
Oh no, I got like 12 on that PhD. It's over with.
Okay.
Yeah, goddamn. Yeah, y'all seen Ruthless streaming?
No.
Ruthless done started streaming. He doing person content. He had like 18 bad bitches with him. Ruthless.
Wait, what kind of content is he doing?
He streamed like DDG and being the Don them. He'd be at a hotel, it'd be like 18, all on 18 years old, just twerking and popping down.
Nah. Oh damn, he do in real life with strippers.
Nah, they ain't no strippers, but they
ain't no telling what they is, child.
He be doing damn thing.
All right. Well, Go ahead on.
That's hey, a lot of older men be going outside with that. Like, I guess they ain't see what happened with Shannon. They not understanding the rules. Like, this is yo. Why do so many men do this shit to themselves? They come up here and say how dangerous women are and the things that they could do when you do these type of things, and then they go right ahead and do it. Why they think they're not going to get got?
I mean, it looked like how he record them. It seemed like they along with it. So I mean, like, if they ever was to say they was never with it, like, you get what I'm saying? PhD was like how me and PhD was talk and correspond with each other. Like, you couldn't say we don't like each other. You could probably say we can't stand each other. But you get what I'm saying? Like, that's how
what happened?
That's how I'm looking at it.
Nothing too all about you. So that means you've been talking shit about me. Now what you done said?
I'm just saying back in the gap, back in the Black House days, back then.
Okay.
Yeah, but Diva, why you think they don't learn?
Honestly, it seemed like a lot of black men don't really hit their developmental milestones when they should. And I think for a long time, a lot of black men think that they're young men in their own minds. Like they'll be in their 40s and be like, I'm a young man. And it's like, no, nigga, you middle-aged. Like, you headed towards old. Yeah. So I don't know. I think, but remember that scene from the beginning of Baby Boy? And it's like about how black men even talk to each other. So they mindset is, at Arrested Development. Isn't that what y'all be saying? Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that
seems like that's what's going on with a lot of them.
Yo, Diva, it's so funny to see these men now. It's like, I've been going for 3 months. Now all of a sudden I'm hearing all the men saying Arrested Development.
Like, we couldn't wait for his ass to leave so we could fill his points.
he started to say remedial, and then he realized that he was saying what I say. Then he stopped and he started stuttering. Like, it's crazy. It's like, y'all, I don't get it. But I don't understand why they think they not the ones that's gonna get got. How you got all this wisdom and you say Shannon Sharpe is stupid, then you do the same thing Shannon Sharpe does. It's weird.
I don't think they thinking with their brains when they doing it.
Yeah, that's very true. They thinking what's weird about it? They really just think about how other men is going to look at them showing off he got ATLs,
That's homosocial.
It's weird. I don't know. I never knew so many men was homosocial the way how they are. I didn't know it was that serious. That joint is crazy. Welcome back, Cuzzo.
Yo, peace and love.
Hey, Brown
Supreme Goddess, peace and love to you. Queen,
Same
how
to
you been?
Good, I'm good. How you been?
I've been great. Just enjoying the summer. I'm sure you've been enjoying the summer.
Absolutely.
Where you been traveling to lately?
This summer, I have been just back and forth to Miami, Atlanta, that type of stuff. But I'm planning for around Christmas into January. I'm gonna go back to Africa.
Oh, okay, okay. Where at? Where you gonna go?
I'm gonna go to Ghana for Daddy December, and then go to Togo, and then Benin for the Voodoo Festival, and then in February i'll probably go back and go to Cape Verde for their carnival.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay. Well, hey, just keep enjoying life. Keep doing you.
Will do.
Good to hear from you.
You too, sir.
Good to see you doing good.
Yeah, I can tell you doing good and living life, living good. Your skin all pretty and clear.
Yeah, man. I'm trying. Listen, the perspective you gotta have in order to stay looking young is you gotta have a positive mindset. You know what I'm saying? You gotta smile every day. Not only lift yourself up, but lift other people up every single day. Look at the world in an optimistic way. Regardless of the different pitfalls and barriers and different things that life may throw at you. You know what I'm saying? If you approach it with optimism, then you're going to get through it better than a majority of this world can get through those same obstacles.
Absolutely.
Remember that song Sounds of Blackness? You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the songs I listen to every day, you know what I'm saying? Because it's I feel like that song has a lot of healing principles in it, you know what I'm saying? You know, like the dude in the background, he's like, never say die, you know what I'm saying? Like I listen to that song when I'm in the gym working out, when I'm running and I want to give up, you know what I'm saying? That's the song I put on, never say die, you know what I'm saying? And that just gives me an extra 5-10 minutes to finish out strong. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, your words have power. And not only the words that you speak, but the words that you listen to. You know, whatever you put into your spirit, that's what's going to give your spirit longevity. You know what I'm saying? So that's a song. Listen, if you out there, put that song on. If you having a bad day, you having some things in your life happening that you don't understand, and you looking at your situation like you want to give up, put on some Sounds of Blackness, you know, be optimistic. And I'm willing to guarantee you, you know, after you listen to that song a few times, you're going to feel better and you're going to be encouraged and you're going to have the wherewithal to get through whatever you're going through.
It's definitely a difficult song to be mad after you hear it. That's for sure.
Right. I'm going to start playing that song. Thank you, Brownsville.
Sharon, why they acting like I don't talk shit to your face in the chat? What's wrong with these weirdos?
Because y'all always be fake mad at me. That's why.
Man, I don't be fake mad. I say you ain't shit to your face.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Y'all be fake mad. Like even like Israel and all that. He be fake mad. He really love me. He really love everything that I do. But he got to be mad because he homosocial. He need all his other guys to be like, yeah, you told him. You said that to Sharon. But in real life, he fucking love me.
But no, I get easy. But I'm talking about me, Sharon. Go ahead like I hate you and shit like that. I'd be like, Sharon full of shit.
Right, but the problem is like when you listen to the words and then you say what I'm full of shit about, y'all be like, no, it's just because you said it. It ain't because of my actual words.
Okay, I get that.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I know y'all full of shit. Y'all actually really want to be like me, but y'all scared to just say, yeah, Sharon. Damn, you my daddy, Sharon. It's okay.
Wait, so the man say the lady ain't kick him out. He could have slept in any car he wanted to. Did I hear him say that?
He did. He got 4 of them to sleep in, goddamn it.
I was just like, huh? You could have slept. What kind of flex is that? Nigga, I could have slept in any car I wanted to. Like, what?
He said, I got the one with AC and the one without AC. It depends on how I'm feeling.
Wow.
Black Hawk, so you don't understand. That's how degenerate people show love. These people are arrested development. It's just like that kindergarten stuff when the little boys, they bother the girl because they actually like her. They never learned that no, that is not the proper way to show that you like somebody. That's the problem. Nobody ever taught them how to properly enjoy another person's company. So they feel like, hey, I gotta prove to the other man that, yeah, I agree with y'all. But backstage, he ain't like that. Backstage, he's like, man, Sharon, you mad funny. But when he got that camera on, he gotta play that character and act like he tough and he gonna beat me up. You see, so as I said, hey, I can't wait to take you to the boxing ring. He starts smiling. He want to rub up on me. It's okay.
You know what?
I don't know what's wrong with him. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah. I was like, you know what? Never mind. Forget it. Just like the dude Prime. All he want to do is fight me. Oh, I can't wait. Why don't you come up here so I can fight you, bro? I don't even know you, bro.
Prime
ass.
He be drunk half the time.
Right. He be drinking.
Something wrong with him.
But that's the issue, right? A lot of this is because these men have a toxic perspective, right? And they're living amongst a lot of failure and a lot of missteps, right? But instead of actually trying to take accountability and do some self-reflection and, you know, do what it takes to pull themselves out of the rut, they look to find somebody else to blame for whatever they're going through, right? And they look to deflect, just like Izrimillz just did. He tried to deflect everything on you. he tried to deflect everything on me instead of just looking inwardly, right? And that's all I wanted him to do, because everything he was accusing you of, Cuzzo, whether it was lying, whether it was avoiding direct questions, whether it was deflecting, you've seen him do all three of those things in a matter of a 10, 15-minute conversation with me.
Right.
Right? He was guilty of all of those things. And
Every
then
last one.
really what I wanted him to do is to kind of, look at that and say, well, yeah, maybe I was a little bit too harsh, when I was critiquing Sharon in this situation, because I find myself in this situation right now. That's what I really wanted him to do. But instead of doing that, he wanted to, pretend like he was under an attack.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's why I don't go to his shows. Like, even when he has shows about me, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can have a show about me every day, and you can allow people in your chat to say whatever about my wife, about my family, all those things, because that's what happens all the time, right? But then when you allow it, don't come online and say, well, I never do this and I never do that, when you know you do, right? So when he couldn't answer a direct question, I forgot, or I don't know. And then he tried to accuse me of lying. Now I said, wait a minute. So let me ask you the question, right? Are you denying that you did this? And then he got upset. He started muting me, trying to drop me, and all these different childish things, instead of manning up and being willing to have a conversation.
And the funny thing is, they think that muting us and trying to talk over us, it gives them some power. That's the most hilarious thing to me. Shout out to Yate. Shout out to my guy, man. Like, hey, look, if they do want to have a boxing match, I'll just call up my guy. Known for a very long time. He will train me, and that'll be it for that. That'll be the end of y'all. Shout out to my peoples.
Y'all gonna do a boxing match?
No, what I'm saying is that, like, they don't understand that, like, people that I know, like, there's a bunch of boxes in my circle. They need to stop. E the man, what's good with you? Good day, E the lawyer.
Bro, I'm just trying to get my 15 miles that way, 15 steps that way, 15 steps back this way. Like, it's make sure I ain't got that estrogen to be on these panels. That's all I'm trying to do.
That's what I'm talking about, E the man. Look like you on the Stairmaster.
Yeah, I'm feeling it right now. I need some encouragement. Action. I know you truck driver. Give me some encouragement to make it this last 2 miles.
Look, I don't even walk to the mailbox. You get it.
Ah, here we go. Let's get back to the show.
Yeah, I think it's definitely weird that they attempt to everything that they say about me, they actually the ones doing it. That's the shit that be bugging me out.
Yeah, I heard it earlier, Thomas. You start your show talking about somebody else. Why wouldn't you accountable? That's how you start all your shows. What are we talking about?
Sometimes when they say stupid stuff, I be so surprised that these men are so homosocial that they actually agree with it. I'm like, this is weird. This is wild. And they keep playing the same thing over and over. See, this is what you said. Yes, I understand what I said, but you know that's two completely different things. Like, you can't be that slow.
This what men do. Bro, this what men do. How men start, they gonna be accountable at the beginning of their show. That's the only way you could be a man.
Either man, that shit was insane to me. And then when he played the clip of me so-called lying, in real time, I explained to him why I said what I said, and I told him I forgot about the whole incidents even happened because I don't think about them. It didn't happen on my show.
He was like, he said this about my daughter. Oh, you a victim. Oh, let me show you my face. Oh, you a victim. You a victim now because you address somebody talking about your daughter. It's crazy.
That was, and he was dead serious, PhD, that because I addressed what those people were saying about my family, that I'm a victim. That shit is crazy.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, because I was addressing, yesterday's show, how I was addressing everybody that was trying to play the part in the situation. So I addressed everybody yesterday. And he tried to make it seem like I'm a victim because I addressed everybody.
Wait, who? Israel?
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
That shit is crazy. He tried to low-key throw in a shot about you too. You got bum bitches over there that be talking about they gonna delete black boys. I'm like, oh my god, not this.
Oh, he said that. Damn, you should have said that so I could have came up. Oh, no, because really I was started to come anyway because I've been wanting to ask him. Like, this was when I was over on Jay Prince channel. He came up there one night and we got the going back and forth, and then he wanted to have a pissing contest with me. He was like, I'm in a 4-bedroom house, blah blah blah, and he turned on his camera. And so now I want to know, was that the lady house? Was you trying to flex on me with the lady house?
Right. And also it looked like he back there too, because it looked like his background looked very similar to me. I don't know.
That lady.
Well, hey, he said himself that he go off and on. So
PAD, you know me and Jay Prince fell out.
Damn. Why? What happened?
Yeah, motherfuckers just be coming over disrespecting my people and shit, talking about how ain't none of the women on my show black and shit. So what, ho?
Oh, what kind of women you got over there?
Oh, he got them all. He got enough to make them hate. They be so mad when the women come over there to Ashton show. And let me tell you what Ashton do. Ashton put Shiesty before their name, so they spoken for. They get mad about that.
What kind of women is it? You got some spicy Latinas over there?
Cuban, Dominican. I got it all, PAD. Whatever flavor you want.
I gotta watch out for. I gotta watch out for Chanel. She be flip flopping on me. Chanel's reality.
Chanel who?
Chanel reality. She be flip flopping on me, man.
Hey, PAD, you call ain't none of these women all black. Bitch, so what?
All you gotta do is ask me, what color of women that you got? Oh, you ain't got none. Oh,
damn. Hey, Diva, earlier this morning, like 8 in the morning, I seen Witch Doctor was live, so I hopped on the panel. I see Jay Prince over there talking crazy. Someone over saw speak to the topic, after 5 minutes, said, Sharon, when I see you, I'm gonna whip your ass. I swear to God, if I see you, I'm gonna put my foot so far. Ah! I was like,
well, what
the fuck is going on with these brothers? Look, to be honest with you, the way how I be having these men flip and crash out, it'd be crazy to me. Like he said he gonna shoot me, kill me, all that this morning.
On a Sunday morning.
On a Sunday morning. I'm like, damn, bro. What the fuck is this?
That's
all
crazy.
I said was that, hey, listen, you cannot get mad if you puff up your chest and you doing all the screaming like how you doing at me at a woman, and if she lie and call the police and say you beat her up and she
You ain't
and
shit.
I just want to say this to Izrimillz too. I know you watching the show, or if you're not watching the show, you got scouts watching the show. So you can come and have a real conversation with me right now, right? To where it can be fair. I can listen to you and you can listen to me. I can't mute you. You can't mute me. I can't drop you. You can't drop me. If you really want to have intellectual conversation about anything that you want to talk about, I'm right here, right now. Let's do it. Because I don't, I'm not in the business of, having all of this rah-rah talk online and all of this, fake bravado online is tough guy talk that a lot of y'all, dudes do. That's not man stuff. That's kid stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's very childish, right? Let's have a conversation. If you disagree with anything that I've said, right? Because I'm going to say again and reiterate that everything I've said is what I've heard you say, right? You came online and you told the world what you was going through in your relationship, right? And then you did streams talking about, oh, I'm going to this hotel. Oh, I'm going to that hotel. Oh, I need to find this apartment complex, right? But yet you want to turn around and try to have conversations about single mothers, having conversations about marriage and the culture and moving the community forward, right? When you have exposed to the world yourself that you are the antithesis of everything that you're trying to procreate. You're actually living in hypocrisy with all of these values and things that you're supposed to live by. So what I'm saying is, when you say things like, well, I don't want your life, I don't want nothing you got and all this stuff, then stop pretending online that you do. If you don't want to date with intention, obviously, you know, you are a man of a certain age.
Damn.
And the Supreme Goddess PhD has educated us many times about what's happening when men are getting older, right? Men in their 60s, men in their 70s, they're dying alone in nursing homes and things of that nature. They don't have women to help support them and take care of them because they chose to live their life in an egregious manner to where no woman wants to rock with them long term.
Damn.
And now they put themselves in a position to be dependent upon their children, who they put in a situation to grow up in broken homes. So you are, putting into the ether everything that you preach about, everything that you speak about, everything that you claim to believe in. You're creating it for yourself in a toxic manner. So let's have a real conversation. Forget all the YouTube schemes and all the plays that you running on your subscribers and your listeners on YouTube. Let's have a real conversation about the culture. And I could tell you how I'm benefiting the culture, and I want you to tell me how you're benefiting the culture.
He full of it. Shout out to the Cash App. It says, "What up to the General Brownsville of SBG Army?" Thank you so much. Appreciate that. But amen. Go ahead, Diva.
No, I'm just trying to think through that, because I do remember when he previously said, like, the lady didn't want to marry him. But you know what type of nigga you got to be for your baby mama to not want to marry you? You know what I mean? Because that's like most women's dream. Have a baby. Well, especially if they get pregnant, like they want to have something stable and long term with the man. And so she kept him around, trying to make it work or whatever. And then for her to invest in him and then finally get fed up and say, nigga, fuck it. Right. This had to be like a serious level of ain't shitness. Right? Just coming from the mind of a woman. Yeah, that's what's so crazy to me about the whole thing. Like, sir, don't say nothing about no relationship. And then we saw, can you, you know what I'm saying? That showed the dynamic too. And so that lady was done. Nigga, fuck you, get out.
And then he tried to use that moment to say that my wife was talking about his wife. That shit was crazy to me. I'd never understood that. That was his excuse for talking about my wife.
Oh, he married?
Right.
No, but that was his excuse for he said because my wife he overheard said, "Excuse me, can you get some water?"
We all were saying that shit. I said it.
So since crazy. So since he heard my wife say that, he said she was talking about my wife. Like, bro, ain't nobody talking about your wife. Like,
and here's the truth, right? And everybody needs to understand this, because hopefully everyone who's listening, everyone who's participating on these YouTube panels are adults, right?
Yeah.
And we understand that anything that you say or do can be held against you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's just adulting. We can't come on a platform and be vulnerable and tell our life story, the good and the bad, but then get upset when people say, well, you know what? Didn't you just say this? So why are you now being a hypocrite? Didn't you just say that you had to be supported by your significant other? And you had to pay her a certain amount of money that she invested in you?
Right.
This is what you said. Brownsville didn't say it.
Right.
Edelman Williams didn't say it. Sharon didn't say it. PH Diva didn't say it. You said it, my brother.
Right.
So don't cry victim and say people are talking about you when you decided to put that out there.
Right.
But then you want to put yourself in a seat to hold other people accountable. You want to do streams and shows, talk about how Sharon is a liar, how Sharon is a hypocrite, how Sharon is this and Sharon is that, when you knew he had issues with that other person.
Right.
Put the mirror and look within your own, fix your own self, is what I'm saying. Take the beam out of your eye first. And then you can attempt to hold other people accountable.
Yeah. I don't know what, I don't know if we ever would get to a resolution. It's unfortunate. Like, it's unfortunate. Like, maybe if he knew how much of a clown he looked like, it wouldn't be so bad. The fact that he's trying to act like he's not a clown, that's the problem that I be having with it sometimes. It's like, bro, nobody believes any of the things that you say. That's probably why you try to act so tough. Anybody take you serious? That's why you gotta tell us I'm 6'1", 200, and I got on, like earlier this afternoon when he started his show, he showed all these you know how the scammers, they be having all the new electronics in boxes.
Oh shit.
He's like, look, I got the new PS5, I got the new laptop. Look, the box not even open. I know how a scammer talk when I see one.
I just don't understand. I was listening to him argue with somebody. He was like, oh, let's go key for key. If I'm homeless, what car am I going to be homeless with? And I was like, you should be going from house to house. He ain't got no Airbnb. Like, that's a flex. I get kicked out of my house and I go to my Airbnb. Nah, bro, that key for key ain't no flex. You just showed me you got a whole bunch of dead.
And then we don't know what year that car is, bro. Get out of there.
He could sleep in any car.
Right. And then he want to show all his the cars that come with like the Versace and all that. Like, I'm like, man. I was like, this looks like straight up scamming to me.
And really and truly, right? We all know when you buy an automobile, it depreciates and it loses value the minute you drive it off the lot. Anyway, so that's not even a flex, no matter what you driving, right? What's a flex is what you living in, what's your bank account looking like, and you know what's your investments looking like. Are you able to sustain yourself for a long period of time if something happens with your job?
Say that one again, Brownsville.
Are you able to sustain yourself for a long period of time if something happens with your job or business?
All right. That's not
that's the flex that you need to have. Anything else
that
is fake and fictitious. If you still are chasing labels and chasing cars, we can't even have no manhood conversation.
Right.
Because you older than me, but your mind is like 20 and 30 years beneath me. Your perspective on life is so far from me that I gain no benefit in conversing with you at all. The only thing I can do is educate you.
Absolutely not, Frida Green. Ain't no talking offline. That is not happening. If we're gonna have a conversation, it's gonna be online, no matter what channel it's on. F that. I'm gonna talk like every time when we prove somebody to be a fake, fraudulent human being, y'all should talk about it offline. Nah, F that. You started this shit online, and that's where it's gonna be handled at. It's crazy. That's crazy to me. Absolutely not. He's over. He's 50. He's a over 50-year-old man, I believe, or somewhere close to it. And you over here showing us labels. I don't know. I don't know.
He got 3 land deeds too.
Oh shit!
Like, nigga, can you live in any of them?
Maybe he could put a tent on one of them. I don't know.
Right.
You know, like, yeah.
And here's the thing, right? Because life is real. And my cousin can attest to it. We've been suffering a lot of deaths lately in our family. You know what I'm saying? And one of my uncles just recently passed, and he died alone. He died the same way that I described, to where you're in a position to you don't have the support that's necessary to kind of help you get and sustain longevity. My other uncle, who recently passed, had the opposite. He had a woman who was there supporting him and helping him every step of the way. And then he was able to live longer because of it. Right? So there's something about when you have a significant other, when you have a spouse, when you have someone who loves you unconditionally through sickness or in health, and are willing to help you do what's necessary for longevity. There's a lot of men who don't have that. So if they come up with something, whether it's cancer or something else, they're going to deteriorate a lot faster than the man that has a good woman by his side helping them and willing to go through life with him and help him get some kind of healing from it.
That's a bar.
This is what we need to be educating the community about, right? 2 is better than 1. That's what the scriptures say, right? So you can either die alone or you can live in prosperity with others. And if you are online glorifying all the different women that you going through, glorifying being in the strip clubs and glorifying being from this person to that person, and you're entertaining, men who are speaking like that. You're entertaining conversations where these men who are old enough and probably done became grandfathers still speaking as if they're 15 and 16 high school stuff, right? And you're putting that into the ether. Then what you're doing is you're poisoning the well. Because we should be educating our young people that we need togetherness and we need to be more positive in the way we think, the way we live, the way we eat. And you are, a person who is very inspiring in that, situation, Cuzzo. Because the way you eat is impeccable, and it's for you're going to have a lot of longevity in your life. You're not going to have a lot of those diseases, a lot of those illnesses, a lot of those things that is happening because of our diet, because we're eating all this processed food,
right?
Because we're eating to live instead of living to eat, or living to eat instead of eating to live,
right?
We can really, and you can really build upon a lot of positive conversations about that, because that's where we got to get to in the community. We got to have these conversations and talk about how a lot of our people are dying so young that they're not really taking advantage of, you know, the taxes and what they're giving to the government and what the government promises to give back when you become a certain age. We're dying before we even qualify to get those benefits because we're living unhealthy lifestyle, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
Yeah. It's sad. Recently, Hamp had you remember Arnold Brownsville?
Arnold.
Yeah, he came up a couple of times. But recently he had a boxing match on DJ Hamp, and when I tell you, I was like, I am shocked and appalled how he looked. He looked so round, like it was crap. I'm like, this is a young man. This, like, it's clearly that you are not eating right. Like, I don't understand. Like, this whole manosphere thing is supposed to be getting these guys at least the bare minimum physically healthy and financially ready for life. I don't understand how they missing the mark on all three. They missing the mark on relationships, they missing the mark on health, and they missing the mark on finances. It's really sad that these men are not understanding how many steps backwards they are taking by following these guys. It's crazy.
Because the key word is there's too many of them that are willingly becoming followers. Right? So they're willing to listen to somebody who probably doesn't have all his stuff together to begin with, and then he's leading them down the path of destruction. Right? That's why it's so important that when we have these conversations, we should leave the audience with something uplifting, right? Something beneficial, something that's going to help them get through the week, something that can even help them get through today. Right? Because, you know, to be honest with you, all of this bickering and fighting and going back and forth is very unproductive. Yes, it might be entertaining to some, but in reality, there might be people out there who's looking for something to cling on to hope. They're looking to find some inspiring books to read. They're looking to find some advice in order to progress in their career. And what they're doing is, instead of pushing forward that direction, they're soaking in their sorrows under the guise of entertainment in order to avoid how to become more productive. Because that's what these vices do to us, right? That's why, you know, men have lost their way when they go to work and work 10, 12 hours and they come home and get to the bottle, right? Because they're in pain and they don't know how to deal with that pain, so they drown it out with the bottle. And it becomes a sickness. It becomes a habit. It becomes very dysfunctional to the family. The same way we do with these devices, right? You go to work, you go to school, and instead of coming home to have a meal at dinner to where we can build upon productive conversations as a family, we go to these devices. And now it's starting at the ages of 2, 3, and 4, and nobody's resolving any issues at the dinner table. No one is interested in what their middle school student, elementary school student, high school student went through that day. Because they could have went through something traumatizing and buried it deep inside because nobody asked them about it. And then what does that seed become? That seed becomes depression. That seed becomes anxiety. That seed becomes emotionally of emotional instability. And all of it could have been extinguished if we would have just had the conversation at the dinner table. We need to put these devices down. That's why you don't really see me much online anymore. Because like I said, I had to change my routine in a way to where during the week, we got to have time to have conversations one-on-one. We got to put some time and effort in to actually figuring out how to deal with our emotions, how to deal with the toxicity of this world, how to educate our children on what's happening around them. Because we talk about what's going on in our government and how all of these things are being instituted in terms of the laws and things of that nature, how the Supreme Court is set up a certain way, how Congress is being set up a certain way, how the executive branch is now using these orders and they're utilizing that as if they're actual laws. You talk to the average high school student, they don't know any of what's going on because we're not really educating them on it. The powers that be have learned to control us by controlling our emotions. They've learned to control us by giving us these vices and devices. And they've realized that we will never be able to stand up for what's right if we are in a consistent state of distraction in terms of what the toxicity that they've put around us.
And they love to put it around us for sure. And this is why they can't stand to have a balanced show of fuckery, foolery, intelligence, upliftment, positivity. They can't have a full rounded because they only know how to do one thing. It's strange sometimes to me.
Like I was in a training class here recently, right? Last week. And for lunch, you know, a couple of people went out. You know, I bring my lunch with me if I know I'm not be in a position to go get lunch. I usually, my wife, that's why I appreciate her so much, love her so much. She usually packs my lunch and makes sure I have healthy options, right? Mine's is usually going to be a chicken, Caesar salad or a kale salad, something like that, healthy that could sustain me, during lunch, put fruit with it and all that kind of stuff. And now I'm fulfilled. But a couple of guys I was in training with, they went off and they got McDonald's.
Ooh.
And I'm like, man, I asked them, I said, man, and they weren't black, they were white guys, and I said, man, y'all still eating McDonald's?
It's crazy. That's insane. Yeah, you see grown people still eating fast food. I'm talking about fully grown on a day-to-day basis is wild. I haven't eaten outside my house in probably a year or two. Unless I count I went to a couple of, restaurants, but I barely even, my wife cooks so good, I don't even want to go to restaurants, to be honest. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, PhD, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my home cooking. I don't want to eat outside. Anytime I eat outside, most of the time my stomach don't even react properly. I'd rather eat at home. Shit. You don't know what they put. They put so much stuff in that. But It is so important to like just to do the right thing for your body and mind and soul. Like it's so important. I know it's a difficult thing for people to just maintain the proper thing, maintain being productive with their words. There's so many people that just want to be negative for no reason. Like that's the way how they get attention. It's like that bad little kid in school, or he always want to do something bad to get his mom attention. He's really just looking for some love from his mama. But that's the real reason why he's doing bad things, just so she could scream at him. It's crazy. But just like in my chat, it's somebody that just wanna, when they come in, and regardless if I'm saying something good, productive or not, they gonna come in and say something negative no matter what. And they think that's gonna affect me. And they don't understand that that's their spirit. That's gonna affect them in their day. When you trying to harass somebody that is attempting to do something positive and productive, and you are trying to be negative towards that thing, that is not going to hurt me. It's hurting yourself. It doesn't bother me in reality, especially when you're not talking towards the topic. If you disagree with the topic, fine. But if I'm talking about something positive, productive, you just go and say something negative, that doesn't affect me, brother.
We gotta, face the reality, right? And the reality is a lot of these men who are on YouTube all day, every day, participating in these toxic conversations, they're living in a consistent state of trauma bonding. And it's easy for them to live in it, because if it wasn't there, they would actually be faced to look in a mirror. They would actually be faced with, attacking and addressing their own insecurities and shortcomings. And they'll actually be faced to go climb that hill that they're neglecting to climb. That's why they turn to these YouTube channels that are disrespecting women, that are discouraging people from getting into relationships, that are only willing to have toxic conversations to where, you want to call this person out of this name, and you want to have this, arguing match, and you want to have this tough bravado talk. I'll do this to you, XYZ, right? And then they do it over again the next day. And that's how they're getting through life. And it's a sad reality of what's going on. And a lot of these people are just grifting off of that, right? They have ulterior motives, as we seen today. And he even gave the play. He said, well, I highlight these people comments for free because I know if I do that, eventually they're going to pay money for me to do it. Brother, that's called an ulterior motive. Just say you're doing it out of love. You don't got to say, I'm doing it for this purpose that is going to be financially rewarding for me to do it. But they're willing to even say those things because they know and they understand the state of their followers. They know that they're keeping them at this position of arrested development because they're not really willing to engage in productive conversations, right? That's why they build their entire network on this red pill incel manosphere talking points. If there's a black woman that's doing something egregious, that becomes a hot topic to talk about. And it's just a sad reality. But yet they call me the panderer. They call me the simp. Right? And I'm married. I'm not even on the market. How can I possibly be somebody's simp? I'm not interested in dating no woman out there. I found my beautiful queen. And I put her on a pedestal above all and any woman. So there's not a woman in this world that could offer me anything that will put me in a position to jeopardize my relationship. But just because I call it how I see it, just because I carry myself in a way in which I'm not trying to disrespect women, I'm not trying to really disrespect men either. You'll never see me on the internet having a cussing match with another person. It's not even about the woman or the man. For me, it's about having honest conversations and the willingness to face your fears. You don't gotta be so weak that if someone calls you out on something, you lose emotional control. You lose your self-discipline. It causes you to come outside of your body, outside of your frame as a man, and now all of a sudden you're interested in doing all this tough talk. That doesn't make you look like a strong man. It makes you look like a bozo. And they don't even recognize that that's how they're looking. These people aren't laughing with you. They're laughing at you. And the only people who are laughing with you are the people that's suffering from the same arrested development that you're suffering from. The people that got the same problems that you got. The same baby mothers that you talking about, those are the same baby mothers that they helped create. I'm willing to bet and guarantee that 90% of the audiences that listen to the Red Pill Incel Manosphere talk are unmarried, are not living a healthy lifestyle. That's why they can't even get through with an intelligent conversation without getting so emotional. And like I said, I got a few more minutes. If anybody has any issues with anything I'm saying, hit the panel and we can have a conversation. We could chop it up. I'm going to respect you. You respect me. Simple as that. You muted, cuz.
A lot of men are afraid to have a honest conversation, to be honest with you. They feel like honesty really makes it feel like they are getting slapped in the face. They feel like they're in a fight as soon as you start bringing up honest things. You make them answer questions very direct and not go around the bush. They feel like it's like a fight for real. I'm starting to notice that. Like, because this morning when I'm having a conversation with Jay Prince about DV, and I'm just being very direct and saying like, hey, you got to protect yourself. He went off the rails because he felt like I was attacking him. And so now he want to threaten my life and all these things. And the majority of men, they are scared to have a conversation here because they know we pay attention to words and we're going to hold you to account of your words. When we go to the other places, they feel free to, mute us, over talk, and they got the crowd to go behind them and cheer and say, yeah, you said that about Sharon. They feel good. Yeah, you said that about Brownsville. Yeah. But in real life, all these men, when they catch me behind stage, they're like, yo, I really appreciate you saying that. But they're just scared to say it in public because they know they're going to get ridiculed if they be honest and truthful in public. It's crazy.
Yeah, my words shouldn't hurt you that much. The things that I say shouldn't, shake your spirit up enough to make you want to be physically violent. And if they do, then that shows that you are lacking self-discipline. That shows that you've never learned the ability to control yourself, right? Something that you're supposed to learn at the state of adolescence. These people haven't learned it. And then they wonder why all your relationships fail.
Right. That's the craziest part.
Because you don't even understand how to have a productive conversation. Because you get too emotional about words. Right? The truth hurts.
It does.
That's why you never see me get upset. I smile when he was talking all that crazy stuff he was saying. I was smiling. I wasn't getting upset. You wasn't saying nothing that hurt me because all you were saying was lies. But when I speak, they get upset. They get emotional. They feel attacked, right? Because the truth is piercing their spirit. And just like an adolescent will, they want to, lash out. Come on, man. You are projecting yourself to be so small and so weak, and you're not even realizing it. You think you're looking tough, but because you got some followers in the back cheering you on. That's crazy, man.
It is. That's literally what it is. They literally have people cheering them on, and they think that they are correct because they're cheering them in the wrong direction. They are literally cheering them in the wrong direction, and they think that they're not falling off the cliff. You are literally falling off the cliff. And you are aligning yourself with the wrong side of history. Even though people are putting in plain sight that you should be able to see it by now. But you so caught up in believing that that's where it's going to make you the money, which it will, like saying all those negative things about me will make you money. Like, like his show did probably pretty well on money today. But, when we over here having just honest conversation, I just know it ain't going to be the same. And it's fine. It's okay. Hopefully they can hit the share button. So this way, like at least I could get some ad revenue.
My response to that is get your money. If you need to mention me in order to, for somebody to support you, go ahead and do it every single day. And I'm telling you right now, it's not going to bother me.
Right.
So go ahead and do it. And I understand it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to make your money. So be it. Right. But don't invite me to have a conversation with you and then attempt to, push a narrative that isn't true. And then you don't even want to, converse. That's childish. That's not really trying to get to an issue. Because in reality, we don't have an issue. I don't have an issue. Maybe you do, but your issue is not really with me. Your issue is with you. You need to address the man in the mirror and figure out how to get yourself to become more self-disciplined. Figure out how to learn how to control your emotions in more of a positive way. Right? Because words shouldn't really hurt you the way that they clearly hurt you. To where you have to overreact in such a demonstrative way. Right? You see how I calmly asked them because, that wasn't the first time I heard it, Cuzzo, when he read the comments and in the comments, they're saying egregious things about my wife and things like that. It wasn't the first time he read comments like that. But I wanted to see if he was going to be the man that he was saying you wasn't going to be. And in real time, he showed himself to be a hypocrite. Because he want to accuse you of lacking masculinity and then turn around minutes later and do the exact same thing himself.
That was masterful. It was masterful because I don't watch enough of his show to know that he's doing nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like I know he ain't that bright as he think he is. He have a comprehension problem. I was hoping that he'll work through it to start to see things the way how it's actually happening, but he just have a problem with facing the facts and the truth. He really believes that going against the truth is more productive for him, and we're gonna see what happens in the end. Like, hey, you can't create nothing being negative. This is the thing that most people don't understand. You cannot create things from being negative. Yeah, you could give your people some gratification off the rip to make them laugh and joke, but in the long run, you cannot maintain that. Stop. It's not a maintainable thing. Because no matter what, no matter how many people you have cheering behind you and all that shit, when we line up and we are at the goddamn football game, we line up together, that's when we're gonna see who's tough, who's not, who's gonna keep willing to do the right thing, who is tough enough to do the hard thing, who is strong enough to do the right thing even when somebody's not looking. They're gonna learn the hard way.
And the way that they use masculinity is such a sad perspective, right? Because they feel like you ain't masculine if you ain't cussing and disrespecting women out.
Mm-hmm.
He literally did it, right? Just based upon whatever the lady said in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said all kinds of things about her mother. Oh, I did this to your mother. I put your mother in a wheelchair. All this crazy stuff he was saying. Right? And he thinks he's being masculine in that moment. Not understanding that you're just being childish. Like, that's old, 8, 9, 10-year-old kids. That's the kind of stuff that they do. Oh, your mother. Remember, we played those mama jokes back in elementary school. Your mother's so fat, this, and that. You know what I'm saying? That was, the jokes of an adolescent male going back and forth for one another. You shouldn't still be engaging in that type of conversation as a 50-year-old man. Because what here's the thing, the internet is going to last forever. Everything that we say and do on the internet is archived, right? And I would hate to be the 50-year-old man who's engaging in this type of nefarious conversation, and my great-great-great-grandkid gets the opportunity to listen to how I was acting when I was 50 years old.
Bars right there.
Their perspective and their mentality is so short-sighted, right? Because they don't know how to grasp a long-term view within the moment, right? That takes self-control. That takes self-discipline to say, well, hold on, you're responding this way, but I'm not going to engage in that same type of conversation because I'm not just looking at this moment. I'm looking beyond this moment.
And so many men just cannot see beyond their own, they cannot get out their own way. And if they would just see that if you plan a little bit further ahead, you wouldn't react. You'll be more proactive than reactive. And they just want to always jump in. Like, as soon as we start talking and they think that they know the direction that we go, they're, no, let me correct you right now. Because they're afraid that they're going to look stupid like how they, but the problem is you already look that way.
Right. 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 They think it's like, this false projection of what a man's supposed to be. And, that's not what men do. You know, like the whole conversation about, you know, and I find it hilarious when I hear people say this. Well, would you rather have a warrior in a garden or a gardener in a war? Right? As if those two extremes exist in reality. As if warriors don't have self-control. As if warriors don't have self-discipline. As if warriors don't have the foresight to understand that a garden is not a war zone. A warrior knows that when they're in a garden, they're not at war. So it's no need to be violent. There's no need to be over-aggressive. There's no need to put yourself in a mind frame of a life and death situation because it's a garden. A warrior will understand that they need to curate that garden, plant those seeds, water those seeds, promote a growth within the garden. And you're not doing it with a hard hand.
No.
You're doing it in a gentle manner because you want your garden to produce good fruit.
Right.
It's just ridiculous. That whole thing, you know, when I hear people say that,
because I always thought that that saying was very flawed as well. I always thought that saying was very flawed because also a gardener is very important in war. You got to feed the troops. Both parties,
but they utilize it.
They do
to justify their egregious behavior and egregious conversations about women and to women. Right? Well, I call you a B and I talk to you this way because I'm a warrior.
Nonsense.
And I don't know what the difference between a garden and a war zone. No, sir, you're an idiot.
Absolutely.
And you lack self-control. That's basically what you're displaying. And warriors who don't have self-control and self-discipline in a war zone, they usually die.
Damn.
And they usually get other people injured and captured. But a lot of these people have these conversations and never even step foot in a war zone. Never even been in a situation where, you know, they had sniper rounds firing at them or having to, you know, evade RPGs, you know, having to evade IEDs, you know, having to, you know, be put in a situation to where you gotta, you know, fight for your comrades. You gotta fight and save innocent civilians. They don't know anything about that.
Right.
But they talk as if there's this great man who's done it all. It's like a false perception of reality.
It is 100%.
They live in a delusional mind state, and they take it out on women who disagree with them. It's just weak, man.
Even the ones that agree with them, they'll find a way. They'll find a way to make that woman argue. The so-called, what they call a mammies or whatever, they still find a way to argue with them. And those are male-centric women. They still find a way. Because they have a real disdain towards women. This is why anything that may remotely seem like is woman-like, like school, that's why they try to put a feminine twist on school. Now all of a sudden, every man hates school. Like, no, bro, school is not feminine. Getting an education is not feminine at all.
Right. And then, you know, he said I was uneducated, right? Because I
It's weird, right? And then they'll come and say that. It's weird.
because I didn't understand how to spell ulterior.
Right. And spelled it right.
So a lot of the things that they project, they expose within them their own selves.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You call me a pseudo intellectual, but then in real time, you're showing yourself to be a pseudo intellectual.
Yeah.
So everything that you're saying about me is just a reflection of how you view your own self.
Bar.
And you're not even willing to have a conversation. Hit the panel.
They won't hit the panel. I learned that lately that a lot of them especially when I pop up at other spaces, I see like how I'm getting received, like, oh shit, Sharon here, but like, oh, here we go and here we go. Like they've been believing this false narrative for so long that they will not. And plus, they know what they will attempt to do on their own panel, and they're afraid that I'm going to do that to them, even though I don't. You know
they put themselves. They got upset, right? When we diagnose the Rim brother ideology, the red pill, incel, manosphere ideology, how they were all one and the same, just a little subtle differences in how they live, but their mentality and perspective upon life and upon woman was the exact same, right? They were upset that we exposed that to the world, right? So now wherever you go, you are going to be viewed as the enemy because you expose to the world their grift. That you're not a panderer.
Right.
They are the true panderers, and they were pandering men.
Damn.
Right?
Yep.
And they were promoting this crazy ideology, the lovers of men ideology. Right? To where men were online giving men flowers.
It's crazy. Welcome to the show. We got a contestant. Welcome to the show, Izrimillz.
What's up? Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Good to see you, my brothers. Welcome, each and every one of you. Salute. Yeah, I'm not afraid to pull up anywhere, bro. Like you must have forgot. I'm from that same ville y'all from, bro. I go anywhere, everywhere, and people ain't never there.
So now that you're here, my brother, and I'm glad that you pulled up, right? That's honorable to pull up. Now let's get to the real issue, right? So what is the real issue that you have with me and what I say?
The issue that I have with you is that I believe that you are phony. I believe that you pedestalize yourself, and I believe that you edify and pedestalize women that don't deserve to be pedestalized.
So how do I pedestalize myself?
By placing yourself on an unrealistic standard to say that, number one, when you say to a man like me, you're disappointed in me, or as if I need your validation or your approval. Number two, as when you mischaracterize or mislabel men such as myself and call us Rim brothers. Number three, when you never, like, one thing I got to give Sharon is Sharon's told us about when he's made $8 an hour. Sharon's told us about some of his missteps and some of his faux pas. I have never heard any of your missteps or your faux pas. You make it seem as if you're perfect if you're the second coming of Christ Almighty.
Well, your first point, you're saying that I pedestalize myself because I said I'm disappointed in something that I've heard you say. So you're saying that you've never found yourself in position to be disappointed with a man of equal stature when you heard him say something that was egregious?
I can't recall a time, but if I did, I didn't have the temerity to try to put it out there as if I was some sort of authoritarian figure over them.
Okay. So when you were having the issue that you were having with Sharon, and when you were saying that he was being dishonest, and you were saying he was being evasive and deflecting or whatever, did you not express your disappointment with him?
No, if I mentioned that, I was playing with. I was like, at the end of the day, right? I met Sharon. Knows Sharon and I relationship, if you could call it that. Internet space co-creatorness, whatever you want to call it. We, you know what I'm saying, like we met, like we pick on each other all the time, so it's not like I don't really take none of the shit Sharon say personally, to be honest with you, because I know he gonna talk his shit and he know I'm gonna talk my shit. At the same time, my thing was, the only thing that I was saying in that particular regard is, if you're going to put yourself in a position where you say you are the standard of masculinity or your standard of manhood, which both of you have, especially Sharon in this regard, then you have to be able to stand on your square as far as when you make a mistake. And that's it. Like, I don't care what he said to Daryl, because he was entitled to say whatever he wanted to say, because Daryl said crazy stuff to him, which was egregious. And I told Daryl to his face, that shit was egregious, the shit that he was saying. And I might have said way worse. So whatever Sharon said was justified. My only thing with Sharon was, yo, fam, if I asked you and you would have said, yo, fam, man, whatever, yeah, I said that shit, or yo, that was a long time ago, or, man, nigga, I said it, but I forgot. And I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. But the fact, so it wasn't about me being disappointed in him. It was about me just calling it out. That's it.
Right. So you have a problem with the word being disappointed, but you don't have a problem with the action, right? Because what you're expressing right now is the definition of disappointment. You're saying that he should have held himself accountable and he should have been 100 with you, and you didn't like the fact that he wasn't up to your standard, right? So that's expressing disappointment. But in your eyes, when I call that stuff out, you say I'm pedestalizing myself, right? See, that's the problem I have, right? In order for us to have an honest conversation, we have to do it in a non-hypocritical manner, right? So I'm not going to say that you just now put yourself in a higher pedestalized position over Sharon because you expressed that you were disappointed in how he handled the situation with the question that you asked him. I'm going to say, hey, maybe you got a point to feel how you felt. And maybe it's a good conversation to have, right? I'm not looking at you as you pedestalizing yourself, but that's the way you look at me when I express disappointment in how you may handle situations or how you may engage in conversations. Just today, my brother, I overheard you on your own show going off on women online who may have disagreed and made comments of disagreement with your talking points or how you carry yourself or whatever. And then you was calling that woman all egregious names, saying things about this woman's mother, right? And handling yourself in a very unmasculine manner, right? I was disappointed in that. That doesn't mean that I'm pedestalizing myself over you. What that means is, hey, you could have handled that situation better the same way you felt Sharon could have handled that situation better. So if you want Sharon to be accountable to his missteps, then you should be also willing to be accountable to your own missteps.
And the thing is, I am, but that's not, like, at the end of the day, that's neither here nor there with someone who's been intentionally lying about me, deceiving people about me, and continue to talk egregiously about me every chance that they get. So like that is what that is, right? At the end of the day, you're kind of comparing apples and bowling balls when you do that, and that's fine. But because that's kind of what you do, you're not like you took one thing. I gave you multiple reasons why I said that you pedestalize yourself and why Sharon pedestalizes himself and makes him the tries to make him the mark of masculinity. Y'all know that that's what you do. And so at the end of the day, it is what it is. You just singled out one particular thing, tried to to get a rise out of, like, I don't take back nothing I said, and I don't care if you like it or not. It doesn't matter to me. I said what I meant, and I meant what I said, and I stand on it. And anybody that have a problem with it, they could good luck. So I could tell you, like at the end of the day, I don't start trouble with anybody. When people start with me and they continue to pick at me and they continue to prod with me and they continue to do what Sharon may say, yo, I'm your daddy. I may say, I slept with your mama and put her in a wheelchair for rearranging her innards. I might say that. And it is what it is. I stand on it. I'm not going to say I didn't say it, because I did.
Right. And so let me ask you a question. Do you feel like saying that to a random woman online who you don't know, never met, is that what a masculine man would do or should do?
Absolutely.
Then I think you have a warped perspective of what masculinity is, because that's not what masculine men do. Masculine men don't attack random women online in that egregious manner.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You, first of all, you're framing it a certain type of way because that's what you want to do. I didn't attack anybody. I was defending myself. When a woman is talking about my girl, telling me what I do with my son, telling me what I do with my girl, telling me what happened in my life, and she don't know what she's talking about. She's going around passing around falsehoods and passing around false narratives. Yo, it is what it is. It's open season. So if you don't like it, I'm not, but that's not what I came up here for, to answer to you about what I said to a chick that's been talking about me for months. Like, I didn't come to answer to you about that. Like, if you want to talk to me about what I said to Sharon, I'm more than welcome to have that conversation. But as far as going back and forth with you about what's masculine because I decided to address someone who's been addressing me, harassing me for months, like, you're entitled to feel however you want to feel about it.
But it's not about that. It's about me addressing your point. So that was your first point, right? And clearly, I just debunked that. Now, your second point was...
Well, no. Clearly, you didn't debunk it. Clearly, you just gave your opinion, and that's all that is your opinion. And you're entitled to. Opinions are like belly buttons and assholes. Everybody got one, and you're entitled to yours. So let's don't do that like you debunk. You didn't debunk nothing because I didn't concede to nothing. I didn't make any concessions. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not, like I said, the woman has been harassing me for months. She keep my name in her mouth, and she just got what she deserved at that particular point. Whether you like it or not, there ain't nothing you could do about it.
Right. So let's move on to your second point. Your second point was you feel like I'm pedestalizing myself because I call brothers rim brothers, right? That was your second point, right? And the reason why I came up with the acronym RIM, right, was because I overheard these brothers who called themselves red pill, who called themselves incels, who called themselves manosphere, and they all had the same or similar talking points. It was all bashing women, all being disrespectful to women, just like you just showed the propensity to do in real time, right? And I looked at that as a sense of toxic weakness, because when these same brothers, when they got with other men, they weren't willing to have those types of harsh conversations, right? They were giving other men flowers. They were, paying other men compliments and lifting other men up, even the men who are self acknowledged failures in life. right? When you see them and they cam up, they're over 450 pounds. When you hear them speak and you talk and ask them about any successes in their life, they can't even describe them. They don't have family members who love them. They don't have committed relationships, etc. Right? So yes, that was a very important issue for me to diagnose, because I feel like for the listeners and subscribers and the viewers who are engaging in these conversations, they needed to understand the perspective of these particular type of men. Now, on your show, you were a proponent of those men. Whether you consider yourself red pill, incel, or manosphere, that doesn't even matter. You're a content creator, and you have put those men and given those men megaphones and platforms to speak their red pill, incel, manosphere, rim brother, no good sucker ideology onto the world. You've given them a voice. You've given them access to disrespect women. So yes, you by proxy, or as we're seeing it in real time, maybe not by proxy, you're connected with the rim brother ideology, my brother. And that's just a fact.
Well, first of all, good thing that you're not the conduit nor the holder of facts, because you don't know what you're talking about. I'm on record adamantly going against people who do, men or women, who do egregious things. Especially if they do it around me. I don't hold no punches, and what you're saying is highly false. But what I actually said was, you mischaracterize people who are not rim brothers and make them seem like they're rim brothers for your own pedestalization's sake. You try to put a flashlight on people, saying that they're mislabeling them and saying that they're this or they're that, in order to pedestalize yourself and make you seem like you are the vast contrast, which we all know that you're not. You're just a phony. You're just a fake. And you continue to try to point fingers at everyone else while trying to simultaneously keep the attention off of you. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a successful businessman. Yo, fam, we all successful fathers, successful businessmen. Some of us have got divorced. Some of us are no longer husbands, whatever the case may be. But like at the end of the day, it's amazing to me that you think that you have the monopoly on manhood and masculinity when you don't. It's amazing to me that you can mischaracterize, you can call people names. You've never heard me identify as red pill. You've never heard me. Well, are we kicking off? So I'll go. Peace. I'll go. Are we kicking off?
That wasn't it. No, that wasn't a kick.
Come on.
That was just on support. It wasn't no kicking on like that.
Okay. Shout out to that. I'm just saying. Yo, listen, at the end of the day, you've never heard me sound red pill. You never heard me sound incel. You never heard me sound manosphere. Matter of fact, most of the dudes that's around me don't claim any of that at all. Once in a while, some manosphere dudes will come around. It's the same thing with Sharon. Actually, Sharon allows people to speak and say their mind. I allow people to speak and say their mind. It's kind of the Fight Club that we came from motto. You wouldn't know about that, but that's kind of how it was on Fight Club. People, as long as you could substantiate your argument, you could come through and speak. So it's not like I give anybody a megaphone. It's not like I just give anybody a microphone. It's not like that. People's viewpoints and their ideologies are their own. I don't co-sign people's viewpoints or ideology. At the end of the day, I don't mind, like Sharon says all the time, I don't mind having the conversation. I don't mind conversing with people, and whatever you feel or whatever you think is your own business. So the fact that you think that you have a right to judge, the fact that you think that you're in an exalted position to call this or call that is hilarious to me. And that's why I said that you pedestalize yourself while simultaneously trying to strike other people down to make yourself appear better than you are. It's weak. It's weak.
And what we do in real life, in real time, we make judgments. We make judgments based upon how people look. We make judgments based upon how people speak. We make judgments based upon how people behave. Matter of fact, the scriptures tell us that we need to do that, right? Because we need to be able to know friend from foe. We need to be able to know who we should interact with and who we should stay away from. So it's important to make judgments and cognitive decisions based upon behaviors, right? So if you want to condemn me for that, then that's, you can go ahead and do that, right? But that's the second point that I debunked. Now the third
you did.
point,
Hold on before you move on, because that's
crazy. I didn't interrupt. Hold on.
No,
I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you. I let you say.
Hold on.
Everything that I let you say, everything that you had to say.
Yeah, let them finish the whole
and I
point.
waited till you were finished.
You gotta hold it and remember. Hold it and remember.
I waited till you were finished, my brother. I waited till you were finished. You can't even be respectful. No, listen, I'm gonna
you gotta let him finish it. You gotta let him finish it. He don't interrupt at all. Let him finish it, and then you can come with your question.
I'm giving you the opportunity to respond, but I can't finish my thought if you're gonna cut me off.
I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm asking you to allow me to interject before you.
And he said no.
Hold on, real quick. Before you move to a whole nother point.
He said no, you can't interject.
No, but how you gonna move to a whole nother point and then say this stuff and just leave it out there like that? Like, that's crazy.
Regardless, let him finish his point.
So you're gonna go to a whole nother point and don't let me address.
No, you can answer that one, and then you can answer the second point, just like how you went with 3 points when you was talking. You said 1.
Right, and I didn't interject. I didn't interrupt. I showed you respect because I understand how to have a productive conversation, and that's all I'm trying to teach you to do right now.
Damn.
If you would have a little patience. Now,
you're a waste of time
to finish before I was rudely interrupted. Right? You just in this very conversation made judgments about me. You said I was fake. You said I was phony, right? That's you making judgments. But yet you don't look at it as you pedestalizing yourself above me, right? See, that's what we call hypocrisy, my brother. That's another thing that you need to learn and understand and read about, because you express yourself as the epitome of a hypocrite. Now, you said that, I never heard you talk about your shortcomings, talk about your flaws. Well, just because you never heard it doesn't mean I never did it. People in the chat right now will be able to tell you that I have been vulnerable and opened up about my past, opened up about experiences that I had to learn from, things that I went through that I had to overcome, instances that allow for me to grow and develop to more integrity, more honor, more patience, more empathy, things of that nature, right? So that's another point that's untrue, because just because you never heard it, that doesn't mean it never existed, my brother. You're not God. You don't hear, know, and see everything that I do. Only thing you can speak on is what you've seen. So, therefore, you saying that I'm elevating myself above other men, I've pretty much debunked all 3 of your points that you threw out there. And I made you a hypocrite to your own points just in this very conversation.
Man, you self-aggrandizing right now, and that's the funny thing. You did not. It's just because you say something does not make it true. It's false. It's all false bravado and all bullshit. Because the funny thing is, you use false narratives to try to prove your point. That's all I spoke. I can't spoke. I never said that you. I never said Brownsville. You never talk about your this or your that. That's not what I said. What I said was what you just said. The only thing I can say, Brownsville, I've never heard you talk about your shortcomings or whatever the case may be, because that's true and that's fair. But you tried to make you simultaneously said that that's what I could do, But then you try to make it seem like I did something other than that, which I did not. I said, yo, Brownsville, I've never heard you, because that is absolutely the truth. That's 100% true. So, and you're right. I'm not God. I'm not everywhere. I don't follow you. I don't listen to you. I don't, none of that. So you're absolutely correct on that portion of it. I'm not God, and nor do I follow you, nor do I listen to you. Right. So you didn't debunk anything. All you did was do a bunch of self-aggrandizement, and like you normally do, a bunch of bloviating, like you normally do, a bunch of self-puffing up your chest, like you normally do, which further emphasizes the point that I'm making. You don't stand on anything for real. All you do is try to point at somebody else to try to make yourself look good. And that, my friend, is not anything holy about that. That's called self-righteousness. And if you talk about hypocrisy, the book that you say that you follow says, judge not, lest you be judged. What measure you judge will be measured unto you again. So maybe I'm giving you back. I'm mirroring the judgment that you give to others. You mislabel people. You don't ask them. You don't try to get their ideology or their philosophy. You just call it and say, yo, you're a rim brother. Even though they never said nothing, red pill, incel, or manosphere. You label people. You try to make it seem like you know people's life, like you're God, like you're this ultra successful person and nobody else is, which is wild to me. You don't ask any questions. You don't try to get to know the person. You don't try to build a relationship or rapport with the people. You just sit in judgment. You sit high and you look low in judgment. Well, y'all need to just recalibrate your system and take lust out the equation and put God first. Like, you don't have no idea what anybody does. But that doesn't stop you from talking. That doesn't stop you from finger pointing. That doesn't stop you from sitting high and looking low. That doesn't stop you from trying to bloviate and make yourself seem like you're better than what you are. That's all you do. So you haven't debunked anything. I'm glad that you're very delusional as usual, and that you think that you're doing something that you're not doing. And this is further emphasis of it.
All right, give me 1 second. Let's read the 2 super chats that I got today. Go ahead, Piers, even then you could go ahead and do your thing.
Okay. Miss J Lynn, $10 super sticker. Thank you.
And
Mule University, $19.99. Just seeing if this thing works. Keep going. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, so Izzy, I just wanted to know, can you define what a bum bitch is?
No, I don't have a real definition of that right now.
No, because I was told that you said it, and you said it in reference to me.
Oh, someone, are you Miss Hall?
No. This
Okay.
PhD diva.
Okay, so they lied to you.
Oh, okay. All right. So it wasn't the bum bitch who said she wouldn't have a black boy or delete black boys or something. That's not what you said?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I did reference you as far as saying that he have women over there and whatever the case may be that say different things like that when he was trying to dissuade my crowd. So I did say something to that effect. So if
okay, you said bum bitch though.
Oh, if I said that, I'm not aware of that. So excuse me.
Okay, so you didn't say. Okay, so you. What is excuse
I'm not
me?
aware. Again, I'm like Sharon. I was in the height of an argument. So I'm legally blind. I don't know what I in the heart of an argument. So hey, I might have said anything. I'm not like this nigga. I'm a PhD diva. I might have said anything, but I did not say your name with bum bitch. But I did infer something that you might have said in the past. So I might have said anything, to be real with you.
Okay. All right.
I think it's important, right? If we're going to, hold other people accountable for not being able to answer direct questions or not being able or willing to put their feet to the fire of what they did, just because you say, well, I don't remember if I did it or not, that doesn't mean you didn't do it, right? Whether you remember it or you don't remember it, right? And that doesn't make you more of a man than someone who denies it, you're basically in that same box because you're not willing to stand on it, right? So I've heard you say, Izrimillz, that you're a man that stand on everything that you say. But then when you are asked a direct question, you're not willing to answer it directly. You're willing to go here, there, and everywhere to try to say, oh, well, if I said it, I don't know if I said it or not. Come on, bro. Just answer the question. You know what you say. You don't have
He didn't recall saying it. He didn't recall.
You don't
Right,
have
that was a
old
direct.
timers.
Right, hold on. I don't need help. I appreciate you, bro.
Oh,
but that's the thing.
He interjected because he realized you did need help, my brother.
No,
That's why
I don't. No, he interjected because he know that you're a bullshit ass nigga that steady tries to paint narratives, and the stuff that you say is ridiculous. Because I did answer it and address her directly, and I said literally, if Sharon would have did the same thing, I would have said, oh, okay. So I've said, I'm on record saying multiple times, if Sharon would have said, yo, it was a long time ago, I don't really remember, I would have let it go a long time ago. But the fact that he was adamant and said that he didn't do it, I'm not going to do that because I know I was in an argument and I know that Sharon was coming at me and I was coming at Sharon. I don't recall saying it, which is the direct answer, but I'm not going to lie and sit there and say, yo, I didn't say that, PS Diva. Because I don't know, when she gave more context, I know I came at Miss Hall. And so I asked her, I said, are you Miss Hall? She said, no, PS Diva. I said, okay. I said, no, I didn't say her name, which I never said PS Diva's name. I did not. So I answered it directly. So this is the thing. You try to paint narratives so bad. You try to be right so bad. You show your insecurities and your weakness. You will try to twist things in front of intelligent people's face to try to make me look a certain type of way when you really only make yourself look foolish and crazy. Because anybody, when the brother jumped in, I don't know the brother jumped in because he could clearly see. I answered the question directly, but you'll try to lie to intelligent people's face and be like, yo, Izzy, see, you want to go here, there, and everywhere, and you don't want to answer the question directly. No, I answered it directly. I don't remember, so I'm not going to sit here and say yes or no to something I don't remember, but it's possible I could have said it because I was in a heated argument with this nigga, and he was trying to tell me what to do with my channel and my chat, and I'm not going for it.
And we know you were lying because when you replied, you stutter.
Now I'm
stutter.
Now, see, the narratives that you paint. You're a fake nigga, man. Point blank, period. Like, I really don't even want to talk to you no more. You're a fake ass nigga. Bottom line, you're a sucker, and you try to make it seem like everybody else is. But that's the fingers pointing back at you. You're a sucker MC, dogs, and I don't like you at all. Like, I don't like you. You don't have to give me no money. You don't have to come to my channel. I don't like you. Cause you phony as fuck, man. You try to twist and try to sway and try to slime. You slimy dogs. So yo, y'all have a good day, man. I don't need to talk to slimy niggas. Sharon, you already know I got a respect for you. I don't always agree with you all the time, but I do respect you because at least you stand on it sometimes. This nigga, man, come on, man. Come on. Everybody could see, Stevie Wonder could see what you be doing. So yo, nah, you don't get no respect. You ain't put no work in. You ain't put no pain in. You just got here. You talking to cats that's been in this space for 2, 3, 4 years that have been consistent every day. It's easy to run your mouth when you don't got nothing on the line. You calling people liars and cowards and all types of weird shit, and you don't got nothing on the line. So keep painting your narratives. Keep trying to be relevant. Yo, do your best, man. Peace. Do your best.
And there he goes. Rage quits once again. And see, and this is what I mean, right? I need men to stop being so weak and just be willing to have a conversation.
Okay.
Right? To be willing to engage in a conversation. Hold on, my brother. I'm going to give you an opportunity. Stop prematurely ejaculating like your words have so much relevance that you're about to spew, and we all know you're about to spew some nonsense, right? So you can wait a little bit, right?
Wait, Brownsville, I was just in the back saying, Hank, shut the fuck up with your retarded ass.
Well, I'm just saying, even once the men not be weak, pull the clip. If you sure he said it, pull the clip. It's that simple.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right? I don't want to waste my time and pull clips. Number one, the reason why I'm not going to waste my time and pull clips is because the man didn't deny it. He just said, I don't remember saying it, right? I asked him directly, are you denying saying it? And if he would have denied saying it, that's what would have made it worth my while to pull a clip up, right? But if you're not going to deny it, if you're just going to play dumb, which I guess a lot of y'all weak men feel like playing dumb makes you more strong or makes you more masculine. And in all reality, it just makes you look weak when you're stuttering and you gotta flare out and say, go here, go there, go everywhere. That just means that you're lying and the truth isn't in you, right? And if you're going to, you know, rock with that and you're going to champion that, then that shows the world your character, right? Because if you was a man of outstanding character, you would have told that brother, listen, man, that woman deserves a straight up answer. You just said it not even an hour ago. How can you forget something you just said an hour ago? Unless you're going to come out to the world and say, well, you know what? I got Alzheimer's. You know what I'm saying? I'm forgetting things that I say recently. And then we can understand that if that's what you're going through, that's what you're going through. But if you ain't going through that, you know what you said an hour ago, just like I know what I said an hour ago. Peace and love.
Dang,
So,
y'all
you
should
can-
have pulled up the clip because look, if we was going on a journey and you was gonna love it when we got there, I'm telling you, we was going on a journey.
So you're playing on weak men. Now you're making excuses not to pull the clip if you try to stand on this issue. I'm sorry. You need to deal with the weak man in the mirror.
Hank, bend down. Bend your head down.
Hell no. Oh, please.
Listen, man, you not built for this stage right now. You definitely ain't built to have no back and forth conversation against
I'm
the
overbuilt.
Supreme Goddess PhD. That queen will chew you up and spit you out and leave you running with your tail tucked between your legs. And you definitely not on my intellectual level to having back and forth conversation with me, right? Because you're going to be exposed as the midget of a man that you are projecting yourself to be. Because if you rocking with a brother who is not even confident enough or willing enough to give this queen the reality of his words, then that just shows you will probably do the same bozo type mentality, same bozo type activity. So which one is it?
Stop
do
the
you stand
cap.
for the truth or do you stand for lies?
That truth is just a feeling. Stop the cap and bring it.
What?
Stop the cap and bring it.
Hey, Chakra.
All right. Hey, PhD, but handle my light work, man. He ain't.
What's up? What's up, Hank? What you wanna bring to the conversation?
Yeah, so I just want to restate because we all need a reminder. Red pill is a scam. It's a bunch of rituals that don't work. You can find contradictory examples everywhere of people who are fuck ups and still getting laid, still making babies. So we know red pill just is garbage. I just had to remind everyone to not bother with it because we know it doesn't work.
Okay. That's fair because we agree with you. We don't believe it's working. It's not helping men out. It's making men get confused. They're doing nonsense like changing their name from Robert to Robin.
Pretty much you accept it for who you are or you're not. And if you're not, just move on. It's that simple.
It should be that simple, Hank. But the problem is a lot of these men are homosocial and they love to be around other men. And so that's why they keep trying to chase women away from men. Say, no, leave her alone. She's no good. She's not as funny as me. Look at me. I'm funny. I'm a man. Look at me. I'm intelligent. I'm a man. You want to have a real good conversation? Come talk to me. This is what they do. They try to push you away from your woman. They say, damn, bro, ever since you got a beautiful girlfriend and y'all live together, I don't see you no more, man. We used to throw the football and get sweaty. We don't even do that anymore. I used to love playing shirts and skins with you.
And wrestle, I guess, too. Greco-Roman style.
Well, we know for sure some of them, a good majority of them, they don't go to jiu-jitsu to actually learn how to fight. You feel what I'm saying, Diva? They go to jiu-jitsu to learn how to get dominated by a man. That's what they go to jiu-jitsu for. They got some men that go there to actually learn how to fight, but majority of them, they ain't going there to learn how to fight. They want to get dominated. It's weird. Only what I'm going to learn how to do is box. I don't want to be on the floor. They say, okay, so look, I'm going to teach you this new move. You got to lay in between my leg. Absolutely not, sir. This conversation is over. This lesson is over. You feel what I'm saying, Hank? I don't want to learn that.
What you're saying.
I don't want to learn that lesson, goddamn.
I mean, all seriousness fine is done with weapons and pew-pews and stuff. So if you're doing ballet, pretty much, it's not for the army. You're not preparing for war. It's that simple. Right. It's a game.
Right.
Hey, sir, what do you know about war?
Damn.
Nah, I play a lot of games to simulate war. I've never been in one myself because I just don't trust my government that much. So I play a lot of Westnorth and 0K. So I know some of the tactical strategy stuff. I haven't participated. I work in logistics, which is necessary for war. But I'm not that knowledgeable.
So, if you're not that knowledgeable, right? Why do you think that it's fruitful to speak about things that you're not that knowledgeable about?
Oh, because even an idiot like me knows that freaking jiu-jitsu is not going to help you in a serious war. It doesn't take that much research. Yeah. We don't send soldiers out to do jiu-jitsu on when we invade Iraq and Iran and all that kind of stuff. It's that simple. You can check the news story if you want. That's not the primary practice that you train our soldiers to
do. Did you perhaps ride the short bus when you were in elementary school?
No, I did not ride the short bus. I read the normal bus, and when I was in high school, I was doing AP classes.
All right, Hank.
So, were you ever diagnosed with a speech impediment?
Yes, and they didn't know how to train me to fix it. I did a bunch of speech classes. I also got diagnosed with autism, and I just found out that most adults are just idiots, and I should just ignore them to go to the source material myself. So that's all I've worked on that problem.
So, coming on panels and speaking, is you find it therapeutic? You find it helpful to overcome, what you're going through with your speech?
Well, yeah, I think it's helping a bit, and compared to actual therapy, it's much more fruitful. I don't spend hundreds of dollars on barely any work, so it's just from the financial perspective, free panels versus expensive therapy that barely does anything. I think the answer is pretty simple on the thrifty decision.
Okay. I guess that's fair. Hank could hold y'all. Maybe a couple of y'all just met Hank, but he could hold his own. Hank been in quite a few arguments on this channel before, so Hank could hold his own. So y'all don't got to be afraid.
And many other channels. I mean, I don't know if you know Pussy Paul and Slave, but he's like Brownsville, but 10 times worse.
Wait, what his name is?
I call him Pussy Paul, but he calls himself Paul Enslaved. He's like 10 times worse than Brownsville in all his worst aspects. So it's
Paul, he calling you out, Paul. I don't think Paul ever hit my panel. I don't know.
Pussy Paul.
Oh, Pussy Paul.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Is that the Paul you talking about? The Paul with no teeth?
No, the ginger Paul. He hangs out with Brian O'Shea sometimes. The
I don't
Boston
know.
comedian.
Well, I don't know other people besides the people that come to my show.
Oh, okay.
If you don't come to my show, I ain't looking for you. Shit.
Reasonable.
Well, Ashley came up here being messy. You heard him, Diva? Earlier?
Hank? No, I was away. What happened? What Hank came up his end?
Ashley talking about Fatty had a smoke show calling me out.
Oh yeah, you know that's what Ashley do.
I was like, he said, "Yeah, Sharon, DJ Wicks Doctor, they want to be like me. They started their own show that looks like my show." I was like, "That's crazy."
So my brother Hank, I want to test your fairness, right? And your intellectual honesty. So do you believe that it's masculine for men to rage quit and run away from tough conversations?
Negative.
Okay, so how would you describe a man who rage quits and runs away from tough conversations?
Really depends on circumstance. Normally I default to punk bitch, but sometimes they're just a wuss too.
Well, there you have it. I didn't say it. Hank said it. Izrimillz, if I were you, I would hit the panel and come back up and redeem your character at this point. Because I wouldn't want something to be classified that way. I'm just saying, that's just me.
The way how cousin be slow roasting me, great. We be taking this time with it. You know, Oh man. Dr. Quantum said Hank is lit. So what you up to tomorrow, Hank?
So I'm working on a few different things. I had to read a book where I can restructure one of my corporations so I can get to helping people back up their software. Not the software, the computers using Rustic. I'm trying to download the archive of called, what was that archive called? All of the music archive. It's downloading on a different computer now. And what else?
You can hit the link, Cajun Rimfire. It's okay. Don't be scared. We want to know what's idiotic.
Yeah. I think that's all the two major things I'm working on right now.
Okay, so you got your own business, Hank?
Yeah. I had to mothball it when the lockdown started, but I'm bringing it back soon because I want more money. So, and also I want to fight the banksters, and I think helping people protect their computers is a good start. So.
Okay, Hank. So how these people find your services?
It's not ready yet. That's what I'm going to restructure first, so I can have good accounting and accountability. Then I'll start making around promotions when I'm later. So it's not ready yet, but I'm working on it.
Okay.
Wait, is that the Cajun guy in the chat? Is that the real one? Or?
Yeah, that's the real one. I want to be the link. Hey, Cajun, because he don't like to be called Cajun Rimfire. So, but the link is posted if you want to have a conversation, my brother. If you can have a conversation, I'm not sure if you can.
Damn.
Because Hank could definitely have a conversation. You, on the other hand, I don't know. But we will attempt to have one with you.
Sharon, what you eating?
The wife just made some sourdough bread. What kind of sourdough bread is this? Motahu? Yeah, so she made the sourdough bread, and it got some capers and Kalamata olives, grilled cheese. It's really good.
Ribeye fried rice.
A ribeye fried rice?
Yes. The black hibachi place make it.
So it's like a hibachi that's like soul foodish.
No, yeah, they do have soul foodish stuff there. Yeah, but you know, a lot of the different egg rolls and whatnot. But yeah, you can get a filet mignon fried rice if you want to. Yeah.
Ooh.
I like the ribeye though.
That sounds fancy.
They cut steak into the rice. I guess it is fancy. It's steak fried rice. I guess it is fancy. You don't get that in normal places. You just get pork and chicken fried rice.
Damn, no shrimp.
No shrimp. I guess no shrimp around here.
Really?
Not recently. I think a couple places have shrimp, but most of them don't have shrimp anymore.
Oh wow. Okay.
What city you in?
This Pittsburgh.
You in Pittsburgh?
Pretty much I'm in the suburbs of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So.
How's it out there? You like Pittsburgh?
It's man. I need to explore more. And it's not bad enough that I want to run away, but it's not good enough that I really want to stay here that much longer. I don't know.
Because I heard good things about Pittsburgh. It just sounds a little too cold for me though.
Yeah, my sister and brother-in-law like Pittsburgh. They've been there several times.
Yeah, I heard nothing but good things about Pittsburgh. Where you trying to go? You trying to go to a warmer state, warmer city? What?
The thing about warmer states is that they have like very destructive weather if you go too far south. So sometimes you get tornadoes and hurricanes, and I don't want to break all my stuff because of weather either. So I've gotten used to the cold. We are using Wim Hof's method. So I don't know. I just want maybe like a better business climate would be real cool.
I just don't like the fact that because I really don't like. I like PA because you can get some nice houses, and like Pittsburgh is far, but it has all the amenities. It got
Yep.
And also it has nice housing, and it do have some kind of economy there.
Yeah.
At the same time, those winters over there is long, so that's my only problem with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the economy is pretty good, but it's not booming. But it's not bad either. It's not in the sticks.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is solid. At least I got a baseball team and a football team.
And a hockey team.
Nobody cares about that.
Only Canadians.
We do, because the Florida Panthers done won back to back. Everybody getting a Florida Panthers t-shirt. My sister went and got one. I was like, you are so extra.
You ever went to a hockey game?
No, she said she want to go now, but that's how Miami is. If you ain't winning, we ain't messing with you. So they won back to back. So now it's a Panthers town. Now it's a hockey town.
It's a no for me.
It's very interesting, especially like you go to a Miami Heat game and then 2 days later you go to a hockey game. It's like it's such a cultural difference. It's not even funny. It's a completely different venue. You won't even recognize the arena. It's a completely different venue. Like the music that they playing, the food that they selling, the alcohol that they selling, everything's a complete difference. It's like a 360. You don't even realize you're in the same goddamn building.
Now I'm gonna have to check it out because I'd be interested to see what it looks like in Miami, just because of the population. I'm pretty sure it don't look close to what it looked like in other places.
That might be very interesting too. That I didn't even think about that part. But up here is a completely 360. When you go to a Nets game, for example, it's very urban. A lot of colors and Casamigos and Hennessy. You go to a Islanders game, you hear rock and roll. All you see is beer now. You see some Jack Daniels. The colors is like really like dark and like grungy. It's a completely different venue. You don't even realize you're in the Barclays Center. They cater strictly to rock and roll and white folks.
Dang, so rock and roll the whole game?
It's still if you like sports, it'll still be fun. It's very competitive because it's highly skillful when you see how fast they fucking move in this little ass ring.
I want to see him fight.
Yeah, and you most likely gonna see a fight too. You most likely gonna see a fight either in the stands or on the ring.
Not in the stands.
Yeah, it be lit. It be lit in them joints. You talk about ghetto? That joint is the ghetto. That shit, I felt right at home. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. I loved it. It was so rough and dirty, but you don't want to get floor seats though.
Really? Okay, why not?
It's too cold.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's too goddamn cold because that ice be icing. I made that mistake. We was freezing out there. She's like, "What? That's from Mother Russia, you punk."
Okay, so how high up can you go before you get to the drunk people who trying to fight in the stands?
I say roughly around like the 10th row is the safe spot.
Okay.
It's not cold, and you're still close enough where you can see their face expressions. You could talk shit to the hockey players.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not unbearable. You get close, your feet gonna be cold. Yeah, you be close, your feet cold. But it's fun because hockey fans is wild. The way how they look wild and everything too. I was like, the first time I went to a hockey, I was shocked how much the stadium changed.
Oh, okay.
Like the marketing, like you could see that they literally marketing towards a whole different audience of human beings.
A lot of black people should start going to see hockey games, see how they react.
So how to get both the basketball and the hockey to work in the same stadium? Do they have just 2 different floors, or they just redo the? How does it work?
Yeah, they remove the basketball court floor and then they add the hockey ring.
Oh, okay.
And then they put ice and then they put the sandball and they go over it. And somebody definitely get into a fight. And the way how the hockey fight goes is like you fight until somebody fall. So you know they be wilding, missing teeth and everything right there. They really punch each other for real.
I love it.
They punch each other for real. It'd be funny because like sometimes you don't even know they're about to fight because you watching them fight for the try to get the goal over here. The next thing you know, on the other side, you see 2 men just go throw their gloves down. They throw their hockey stick and they shake. It's time to get shaken. You're like, oh! The whole crowd jump up. They be all excited.
Okay, now how long do they let them fight before the officials come in and start?
Until either they too tired to punch or somebody falls.
Okay, so they let them fight.
They let them fight. I'm telling you, they be missing teeth, bloody nose, all that. They like, blah, blah, blah. Just wilding on each other on the hockey ring.
So that's part of the game, the fighting.
That's part of the game. You throw your gloves on the ground, you get it shaken. Dude spit out a tooth. I was like, oh, shit. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe that I actually see them lose a tooth. That was crazy to me.
That is crazy.
And he came back in the game and played.
Like, sir, get your tooth. They can put it back in.
But it's fun. Also, you got to try to see if you can sit on the home side too, because you get to see your team twice.
What do you mean?
Because they switch. It's only really like 3 quarters, unless it's like overtime. So one side of the ring, your team goes to that side twice.
Okay.
So it's first quarter, and then the second quarter, and then back to the third quarter. So you get to be on a side twice.
Okay.
Which is more fun.
What is banana baseball?
Oh, the Savannah Bananas. I was thinking about taking the kids to one of the games because it's probably a little bit more easier for them to get into baseball. Because going to a baseball game is fine if you go with somebody that that you enjoy. Mm-hmm. But watching that shit on TV is so funny. They can't. But the Savannah Bananas, they like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Oh, okay.
So it's a bunch of white boys that really know how to play baseball, and they be doing all dance. They do a whole bunch of black dance moves though.
Okay.
They be doing the nay and stuff like that, Like in the middle of the game, right before he pitched, he like and so so they get the crowd pumped. It's really like fun, like so.
Okay.
And the white boys is athletic. They I ain't gonna lie, they be doing all types of crazy flips and everything while playing baseball. So, but it's expensive. I was gonna go, but I was like $500. I was like,
For how many tickets?
For one.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's the same shit. I was like, damn. I was like, hold on, it's 4 of us. I was like,
yeah, no.
I was like, I don't know if baseball that important. I don't know.
Right.
Because the next game is only like $120 for a decent seat, and this one's $500. I'm like, but they sell out though. That's the crazy part. But it's a fun. Well, I watched them. They fun though. We will probably love it though. We'll probably have a good time just laughing at all the nonsense that's going on. Just have a good time and just enjoy the festivities. I'm gonna enjoy the festivities even if I don't really like this scenario. But if it's fun, I'll be all right.
Right. Nope. Cody say he been twice. Okay.
Oh, word.
He worth the 500.
Yeah, that's dumb joy because I can't stand. I can't fuck with the nosebleeds in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, like, when you go to like a real baseball game, the nosebleeds is where the real fans are. You want to learn baseball, you go sit up there. They'll tell you the whole thing. Yeah, I'll tell you, when I met Joe DiMaggio, he was... You're like, okay, sir.
Yeah, baseball, them games be so long, though.
Yeah, but it don't feel that long. You been to a baseball game, like a professional one?
Not a professional one. What's the
like the way how they set it up is not as long, and plus everybody leave after the 7th inning.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so you do the 7th inning stretch. They play like every building got their special song at 7th inning. You watch that, and if your team ain't winning by then, it's time to go. And that's usually roughly around like the hour and a half, 2 hour mark.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, but if you stay the whole 9 innings, you don't know what time it is because it ain't no time.
Right. I just be seeing them games on TV be lasting forever.
Yeah. So it ain't no time, especially on TV. It's even worse because they have commercial breaks that's not in the real life game. In the real life game, it's a little faster. Plus you get excited when they start shooting T-shirts and seeing people with their fake kisses and stuff. So it'll be fun.
Oh, they do the kiss cam. All right, y'all better be good, or at least know how to play the shit off.
Hey, yo, I thought that man was so stupid that
Yes, the CEO guy.
Like, you cannot be that dumb.
Both of them. It was like, if y'all would have just stood there, nobody would have ever known.
Just stand there. That's it.
Right.
And
both of them was acting stupid now.
Especially when they ducked.
Right. It was like, we seeing you now, but why are you ducking?
And the worst part, the cameraman didn't even know who they were. They just seen two
Right.
people just like y'all just so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
That was hilarious though. I was like, I'm glad to see it was white folks because I know if it was black folks, they would have been clowning the hell out of them.
But if it was black people, we would have never known because they would have known to play the shit off better. They would have stood right there and we wouldn't know who was who.
Homeboy be like,
wave to the camera.
play it up. I don't know that broad bag. What you talking about? Okay, to see. I was trying to see if I could get him to sponsor one of our. We'd have been.
It would have never went viral because it would have just been a couple up there on the kiss cam and they moved to somebody else. But it was them freaking out and ducking and running. That was like, okay, what y'all doing?
Yeah, who are y'all? Oh,
Right.
That's who you are. We got one. Oh shit! I see. Travis Kelce about to marry his Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, oh shit, that's interesting. She ain't out there slinging that thing no more.
But the funny thing is, it's a lot of black men and her Swifties that are harassing his ex-girlfriend. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. So insane.
Right.
They don't stop. They don't stop. I was thinking about doing the show about the whole MTR nonsense.
What's that?
You know who MTR is, right? Light-skinned dude, mediocre tutorial reviews.
Oh, yeah. What happened to him?
Because Melly Monaco is married to Gilbert Arenas.
Who is Melly Monaco?
Oh, she's a she is a content creator that's she do the Pineapple Show, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And she's a cutie. She's very interesting looking.
Mhm.
Very voluptuous. She got big old boobs and butt. Tall. She probably like 6 feet.
Okay.
She's like French or something like that. She talks with a very heavy accent. It's kind of like an annoying accent, but she's cute enough where you give her a pass for the annoying accent. But so them two was doing like a show together.
Mhm.
And it was lit. They was doing really well together. But what happened was, so she went on vacation. She invited him on vacation. So they in vacation as friends, nothing sexual at all. They hanging out, chilling and all that. But what he did was they was hanging out at the pool. He put them two inside the pool with her short bikini saying, MTR getting active with Melly Monaco. So she was like, hey, homie, I just seen your notification. What you mean getting active? We ain't that's like you insinuating something.
Right.
You got me in my bikini talking about getting active. He like, nah, you know, I be saying I be getting active and just being outside. And she said, well, son, you trying to get inside, motherfucker. That ain't happening. So you need to change the title.
So they fell out.
And so he was like, nah. So he tried to act like, oh, all right. And then he got lost in the airport.
What?
He got lost in the airport, Diva.
What you mean he got lost in the airport?
So she got, she got her French passport or wherever she from. And so, so they was in Jamaica. So he's like, oh, I'm American. So he went all the way to the front. But she ain't though. You got to double check her joint. So this way, it took her like an hour to get past customs and all that. And he snuck up out there and took her on the next flight out of there.
Damn.
And left it up. And so she was highly upset. And then, Gilbert Arenas, he a fool. He teasing her. He's like, yeah, because he wanted to crack you, right? Mm-hmm. He teasing her. I was like, that's kind of foul, though, to make it seem like y'all did. Like, I don't know if he see it that way, but it's kind of hard not to see it that way.
Wait a minute. So, okay, you said they did a show together. So was she like the opposing viewpoint to MTR, or does she agree with a lot of the stuff that he say?
I never, you know me, I don't know. I never actually physically watched any of it.
Oh, okay.
But this story came across my timeline. I was like, let me see if I could. I was like, I don't got enough yet. That's how much I got right now. So that's about like 7 seconds of a show. But that's what I got. I was like, oh, that is kind of interesting. But and it was kind of funny too that Gilbert Arenas, he called him MC Hammer instead of MTR. I was like, that's kind of interesting. But
what's her name? What's her name?
Melly Monaco. That's her name. She nice. She cutie. I think she do the Pineapple Show. I think that's the show she do. You seen her before? You see her? She popped up?
Yeah, okay, I'm seeing her. No, not really. No. Like, I've never seen any show that she does. And I feel like I saw at least 2 minutes of a Pineapple Show. I don't remember her, though. She is pretty.
Yeah, she's very interesting looking. Got those big old eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if her hair's long or not.
No,
but she got that wave. She got that nice wavy hair, which is curls anyway. But that curly hair that looks good on old ladies.
You know what?
Yeah, because like when old ladies have that nice wavy hair and they got the ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
Those that just remind me of old grandmas that could cook really well. They got the nice wavy hair, and that's where the whole term "good hair" came from, in my opinion, from them old grandmas from back in the days.
Apparently, she's a dating coach too.
Oh shit!
Like a men's dating coach, though.
Oh shit!
And so she probably does agree with MTR.
Yeah.
Which,
Probably.
if she does, that's pretty funny that he would treat her that way, right? So no matter how much you mammy and be a pick me, these niggas gonna still nig.
Still try to act like he got the box. Crazy. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Did you see that? Speaking of those goddamn women relationship coach, you seen that one with that girl Sadi Khan?
Who is that?
So she's a relationship coach. She's one of those ladies. She's like Saudi Arabia, something like that. Nice looking lady. And she be playing the trend like she portray herself as somebody that can get a high value man and teach other women how to get a high value man.
Okay,
and her skills is so good, PhD, but she charged women $8,000 to learn how to get a high value man.
So who is her high value man?
Her high value man is somebody that is married, and she got caught on video saying, "If I want to, I'll suck your husband dick right now."
Well, shit, if that's the secret, we can all do that.
I was like, ain't no way.
That's what she did.
That's what she did. I promise I ain't even make it up, not one bit.
That lady should have
straight up. The wife recorded us. That wife was like, all right, stupid bitch, I got you. You want to suck some dick. All right. Posted that joint right on the shade room or wherever, you know what I'm saying? Busted. And she charged $8,000.
When the advice she gonna give you is go suck somebody's husband dick.
Right, be a side chick. That's it.
Oh, she pretty.
She is that. But also she photoshopped her body though.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think this is her body, but
because you know they body be a little bit more boxy.
Right. But she
ain't no disrespect, right? It's just, you know, it's just what it is, right? It ain't no disrespect, it's just what it is. But she do that. She is a nice looking woman, and usually to me, it's very few of them that looks nice looking to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they really have a. I probably shouldn't say that, right? You know where I was going, right? So let me just not. Sometimes I need to shut up because it's just not nice. But I rarely see them look nice looking though.
Yeah. Let me see. Okay, so all you got to do is come say some crazy shit and people will pay. Look, come. I'll teach you how to. Let me see what I can teach people.
Because that's insane. And she was doing well off of it too. It wasn't like, all right, she did it and she ain't getting no bites, because she went to some pretty high places and got really high interviews, and she mammied it up, and you know, she say all the red pill talking points, and it worked.
Everybody out here.
What's supposed to be my name again when I start my my red pill channel? I'm about to, cause shit.
Right. Everybody doing it now. I'm about to turn red pill.
Something like that. It was something like that. We about to hit the 3-hour mark. I don't know what we'll talk about tomorrow, but maybe I'll do a morning show tomorrow. I haven't done one of those in a while. What you think?
Sure.
We're gonna see. You got any final words?
Bye, y'all.
Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.